caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for war, man, forget my peace. We take the west side, take on the east. I'ma put them in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Not so tough, but minds keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Not so tough, but minds keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Nice keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution.
Wow. Shut up. I know that's the way I'm going to start it. I was so excited. I said good morning to you all and you missed it. Pretend you guys hear my Mickey Mouse roll call. Everyone who's in here, just pretend I said good morning to you. And I'm so glad y'all didn't hear me suffocating because I forgot to breathe before I started. So that's cool. It usually just automatically turns on. That's embarrassing. Good morning, KGSH, Martella. Well, that's embarrassing. I'm already blushing, and it's what, 9:30 in the morning? My soul heard you. Manual breathing. I know. I sounded like Roz there for a second, minus the wheeze. Good morning, Mrs. Saber. That was really embarrassing. Just pretend y'all heard it, and you guys were like, wow, Scar, you sound so good this morning. And I was like, yeah, I know, thanks. This video rocks hard. We're going directly to the part where she talks about Roz because I haven't had a chance to listen to all this yet. But at the beginning of this stream, my stream, not her stream, somebody commented in the chat and they were like, hey, has anybody watched this? And I was like, no. And then I typed in Quirky into the transcripts and I saw her talking about her and I was like, hey. It normally turns on its own, either what she said or what he said, GSH. Hi, Lane. I hope you've been doing well. I hope the grandbabies are doing well. Good morning, Libby. Whenever we get to Rim Jobs video, I know that sometimes 1.5 is fast. I can tell you with complete certainty, we could listen to this on 2 times speed and y'all would be like, this is still too slow, Scar. Just good 5. Good morning, Corbett. Is this Yaba's wife? No. This is a different Sam. Hi, Celestial. Rem Genia. Oh, Susan has been added again. I think I got the screenshots of it because I knew I was going to lose it in the Discord if I didn't screenshot it. So Susan's first, oh, did I not do the second one? Well, that's embarrassing as well. Susan's first message, and it was Susan XDB. Hello, dearie. I loved this vlog just as much as the other in this series. A word of wonder. Would you mind asking if Miss Eugenia Cooney could speak up during the filming? I am a bit hard of hearing, and it would be such a nice help to hear what she is actually saying. All the best. Love, Susan. Susan, that one wasn't very nice. Okay, that one wasn't nice. Hi, Ozzy. that one wasn't as sweet as your other ones. Usually you're just shady, Susan. And then she has another one that we will read. It hasn't been deleted yet. Susan. Rengenia mumbled. He always mumbles. So quiet, better off than they am. But it was hilarious. Oh, Susan, back at it again. Hi, Wicked Weird. Okay, so Bell Pepper, good morning. YouTube Sam, I'm just still so embarrassed, y'all. Okay, we're pretending it never happened. Let's listen to Sam at Every Size talk about quirkles.
And just as quickly as he's provided them community, he can take it all away. And before I wrap up, I do want to quickly mention Quirky Love Rosie because I think this video would be remiss without doing so.
Sam's whole video is worth the watch after Scar. I definitely will make sure I take a listen.
Even if you don't know her or follow her, she's become very intertwined with this story because she appeared in the documentary's trailer. Since then, a surprising amount of the online conversation surrounding the Paradise House has been focused on Rosie. Why was she included? What role does she play?
We already know, at least I do. She's going to be talking about groomed into Fifi and blah, 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 blah.
Did she even meet Stefan or stay at the Paradise House? Rosie was one of Stefan's most vocal critics when all of this came out. And since that point in time, she's dropped evidence that was useful because it did prove that despite his denial, he was part of the feeder community. Messaging her specifically that he was going to follow her on Phoebe, but at the same
but don't forget that Roz added him first and specifically sought him out from TikTok. We got to make sure we throw in that.
Same time,
no, it wasn't 20 to 30% sprinkles, but it was like 25 people or 27 people. Between 25 and 30 people she had reached out to.
Recently seen her going on panels to have respectful conversations with him. And I think that's where things are starting to get messy.
That's not where it's starting. I really like her voice. I'm not going to say that's where it started to get messy. I'm going to say it started to get messy when Roz decided to involve herself in every situation that didn't have to do with her. Her sharing her experience. Hi, Sugar. Her sharing her experience about the Fifi community, how it's impacted her, how it still impacts her. Sure. But that's not where it started.
Not because Rosie should
bunches, hold on,
tell her story, not because she shouldn't be allowed to share her experiences within this community, but because the conversation is becoming about Rosie herself rather than focusing on the larger issue with Paradise and this community. The reality is Rosie might have some really valuable insights to offer. She can at least speak to what it is to be young, chronically online, very vulnerable, and plus size. She can explain what it means to be drawn into or groomed into these communities.
Might I ask how Roz is especially vulnerable? Oh, do you guys want to know what Bunches was up to yesterday? Climbing 3 shelves to steal Oreos.
Communities and these situations.
Hi, just Jamie, Burb.
That perspective.
Can you link this content creator? Of course I can. I will also make sure I link this video. This is the original video that we are watching.
Matters. But her perspective shouldn't overshadow this story, nor the women with very serious allegations. They existed.
3 shelves? Yes. She used soda water. What is that now? She just had a... What? Why do you have a cup, dude? Hold on.
Before Rosie entered the chat, and they will exist long after she's done talking about it. And I think for me, I need Rosie to consider that when she's on these platforms and when she's talking about the documentary. Her story isn't invalid, it's just not the most important at hand, and she is overshadowing very important things that need to be said. And
I agree with you tremendously. Yeah, she should step back and let the individuals directly impacted by Stefan and Paradise have a platform to speak.
Need to be uncovered about the Paradise House. And I think that's where I'm going to leave this conversation for now, because there is still so much we don't know. And this documentary is coming out on June 10th. And honestly, what I'm hoping at this point is that they are going to not just scratch the surface of this whole thing. I want them to answer some pretty important questions.
How old is Bunches? 5, 4, 5.
why does this keep happening? Why is this a pattern of behavior that no one seems to notice? Why do so many women go to paradise looking for community only to come out with these horrible stories and allegations of very serious harm that was done to them? Why is it that no one can seem to see the power dynamic that is at play with these men seeking out very young, vulnerable women? It appears to me that this documentary is going to try to dismantle some of that, but honestly, with the way that journalistic documentaries have been going lately, I'm a little skeptical, because for this to be anything more than just passive entertainment, it needs to really account for those questions. It needs to account for stories like Shay's. Like,
I really like her voice. I am going to have to not step back, but I am going to have to listen to this afterwards because I really like how she's presenting this. Okay, so we heard about Roz. What we're going to do quickly before we listen to everything. Hi, Crab Life. Who is this? This is Sam at every side. Yes, Lyric is the Sheba. Okay, so over here, I just want y'all to take a gander at Roz's teeth for a second and how the orofacial myofunctional disorder can impact and shift our teeth, right? So Roz, a couple of years ago, yeah, she still had an interesting little bite. Like here, it was fine. She had relatively teeth. But if you look in like here, look how dramatically we've shifted. Getting dental on her ass. Like, look how dramatically we've shifted because of how thick her tongue has gotten. I mean, possibly it's sucking her thumb, but I think it's because she continuously just pushes them against her teeth and it's no longer fitting in her mouth. Kind of tragic, if you ask me. I love your obsession with teeth. It is a problem. Thank you, Anna. It's a problem. I acknowledge that about myself. I like teeth. Listen, if you have a pretty smile, I might fall in love. It's a problem. So we're going to get into the rim job video. And then we're going to watch a retro of when Roz outran bears with chocolate in her pocket. Because we haven't watched it in a minute. Hi, Moments. Tongue thruster. That is Bun's least favorite thing.
Hi, welcome to me.
I know she is saying that she's had a hard time nom-nomming recently because of the stress. Hi, Sal.
I'm gonna film this intro clip before I start the editing process because today's video is like a special bonus piece of content that I was not expecting to be made like during during the TikTok show or during the process of it, because this was filmed like.
She sounds fast. Okay. While she's speaking, we'll slow it down. When he starts talking, we're speeding it back up. TMJ ain't no joke. I hear it's quite uncomfortable.
As I was in the air, my boyfriend, without telling me,
ice cream,
filmed this whole video and told me about it like as I was gearing to land, essentially. And so I was able to excitedly run home and hop in back in, or flop into bed, really, and
flop into bed. Why does she think her angles are a good idea? Yes.
Watch it with him, and it kind of just extended the joy for a little bit longer before.
I find this interesting. Yes, it's sweet that he made a little video for her, right? Sweet. Aw. But it feels like another one of their videos that could have been a them moment. 100%, or rim job, make your own channel. But it looks like poop soup. So can you hear me? Like, it was very uncomfy.
Like the sad,
and the mac and cheese is as pale as I am. It's sad Mac.
Of being home truly hit. This was one of, I think, the sweetest things anyone has ever done for me. Because this video,
it's the sweetest thing that he ever did is making food for you to watch him eat on camera? Question mark.
It was his way of like letting me know that he wanted to be a part of my content and he wanted to open himself up more. Because one of the reasons I filmed the way that I did was I had no idea what I was going to be able to include, because my boyfriend, Remy,
he
didn't know how involved he wanted to be. Obviously, this was like a couple months ago now, so A lot's happened and he's much more involved, obviously, as you guys have seen. And
This is horrible to watch. It's not good. It's not good. It's a video. Zingcat, thank you so much for the super chat. A lot of their relationships seems like they're those parents who go on vacation to make memories, and it's all for the camera and never in the moment. I can agree with you there, where it's not like they're actually enjoying spending time with each other. It's just what looks good on camera. Spoiler, none of it.
now his face is fully out and everything. And
Karen, we've got this.
I'm very excited to edit this and put this up for you guys.
Girl needs to back up off that camera. I know, she's so close. Roz, just back it up. You can like set it on a pillow. Get your dome in there. Hey, I remember this top. Is this her weird floral one? Maybe.
Watch. I do want to put a disclaimer because I did watch this with him and I was a little mortified with what he decided to do with my macaroni and cheese. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Just you guys better be nice to him in the comments. Okay? I'm watching you.
Well, I don't think people were necessarily nice to him. It was nice that he made her a video, but let's look at the comments really quick. Let's see how nice they are. I'm going to embroider a pillow for Scar that says pillow. Thank you so much, Zingat. Just a few spooky filters, some voice distortions. You could make her into a creepypasta or SCP. What's that? The weird punctuation breaths he was doing pushed me over the edge during the moon moss. I haven't had a chance to look at moon moss. Is he all right after eating that? I'd bet money that his mama never made him anything like that. The amount of notes was a choice. I'd feel really self-conscious if the video I made for my partner was picked apart like that for her audience. Based on the editor Ra's preface and interjection, I thought he was going to like put a jar of mayo in there or something. It's not as crazy as it was made out to be. I'll spend 5 hours making a beautiful meal for my husband and hand it to him with ketchup and a smile if that's what he likes. Who cares? I thought you used Teeny's mac and cheese recipe, but hers has black pepper in it, so I'm confused, I guess. I would be skinny too if this was set before me. The mac and cheese looks like slop. He can still probably smell you in his apartment to this day. Okay, I can't really read that one. Leadership and working with your hands do not make you masculine. The fuck? You are not in a queer relationship. You are two queer people in a heterosexual relationship. Just put it in the oven and heat it up. The fuck? Calling leadership a masculine behavior is incredibly sexist. I assumed that he was underweight because he had some type of medical condition. He is that skinny because he undereats. Wow. Listen, some people are just petite individuals, okay, y'all? Listen, some people are just skinty. Moments. I heard her scent his ass. Okay, can we not with the relationship labels? Hi, Danny. I love Boston accents. Karina Kaboom's accent is what?
I mean it. I do not align with
People are necessarily nice.
some of the decisions he made with my macaroni and cheese, and we're not a part.
It's not yours. You put sugar in it. I mean, I guess that is yours. I wouldn't put sugar in my mac and cheese, but
Part of the instructions that I set for him. But it's his mouth, it's his life, it's his kitchen, and we're gonna let him vibe.
Hetero-presenting queer people are still in queer relationships. I swear I'm not defending them. I just have to speak the facts. Y'all, speaking of facts, I know this is once again a side tangent. Mr. Scar had the giggles yesterday, and I was like, what's the giggles for? And he was like, you know how the youths keep making up new lingo? We decided to say, facts, no printer. All facts, no printer. And I was just like, this sounds like a GSH thing. It does.
And we're gonna be nice.
Hi, Morgan.
Okay. But I'm excited to edit this back, or watch this back and edit it, and I'll let you guys kind of know my concluding thoughts. I do anticipate putting a lot of notes on the screen throughout the video if I have something I want to add, but I'm actually not in this video.
Hi, Gunther.
This was filmed before you guys knew what his face looked like, so it is cut at his head, but he's just kind of cooking and talking about his side of the trip. And again, I really want to reiterate, completely unprompted. I had no idea he was going to say any of this. And like I said, I think this is one of the coolest things anyone's ever done for me. So
is film himself heating up food and moaning as he eats it.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this video.
Okay, I mean, it's nice that he wants to be a part of your content. Oh, burp, I have to make sure I show those. Don't let me forget. You know what? I'm going to do it now. Now that's stuck in my head. Salah, can you hear me? Direct messages. Can I tell y'all, Burp is just so fucking talented. Present image file. Image. Look at this, y'all. Are you calling me big? Big? It just makes me laugh. It does. Add to stage. Oh, I got to remove that first. And then I got to do that. And then I got to do that. Perfect.
And later.
Hello, and welcome to Remy. I just got back home from...
I hate it. That's so good. That's fucking hilarious. It looks bland. I know they added so much cheddar and everything else, but how is it so white?
Dropping Rosie off at the airport, and it was emotional. There was a lot of crying. It wasn't easy. But
I do love the one hand painted. I don't think it's mold. I think it's just congealed cheese.
I'm home now, and I'm actually doing pretty
No,
okay.
it wasn't white cheddar. It was like the orange.
It is a lot. I don't feel like I've fully processed all of the emotions yet, but they'll hit. I'm just prepared, trying to prepare for it when it does. I need to eat something, and
Okay.
my lovely girlfriend.
Oh yeah, let's speed it to 1.5. He is I'm so sorry, Remy. I get it. You have a slower cadence in general, but it is my personal human form of melatonin. Like, I'm not trying to be insulting to you, but you have a very slow cadence.
Left behind a bunch of food that she made herself because she is very generous. And it's one of the many things I love about her. She's so sweet. But
is she? It seems like all she did in this video is insult you.
I told her I wanted to reheat some of this mac and cheese, so she gave me like a set of instructions and like how to do everything. And
him having the asexual ring on is still. What's an asexual ring? Is that one? I've never seen an asexual ring, so I'm unfamiliar.
So I'm just gonna follow what she says because she knows best. So what she told me here is
he has such piano hands. Are y'all okay if I turn these off for a minute? Maybe if I put them down here. I don't know. Where do we put you? Closed captions. You belong somewhere.
This is baked mac and cheese. It's not heated up.
Hi,
It's
bunnies.
from the fridge. I have the oven preheated to
maybe 1.4 so that people can understand it. Let's go to 1.4.
The oven is preheated to 350 now. She told me to take half of this, transfer it over, layer some cheese.
Okay, he doesn't need half of it. He seems like he prefers... Oh, interesting. It seems like he likes smaller portions. You don't have to have 3 big meals a day, in my opinion, allegedly, supposedly. If you're someone who can only eat a little bit, just try to have more frequent small meals if that's what works for you. But I don't think he needs half of this taken out. I don't think they've frozen it yet. I feel it would have been best if he had a couple Tupperwares, made it into portion sizes that were tolerable for him, and just toss it in the freezer, made enough for one meal that he was comfortable with.
On top of it, and then put the other half on top, and then put some more cheese on top of that as well.
Okay.
We also got some...
This recipe is supposed to be Teeny's famous mac and cheese. I'm sorry to Teeny for some of the sins to come. I swear he didn't know. Roz, I've seen you make this mac and cheese and still not follow her recipe by yourself. I get that he updates it to his way to make it edible for him, but can you not? Like, I wouldn't want to eat this, but it's going in his mouth.
Milk here. She told me to add like a tablespoon of that. And I've got this cute little measuring cup here that has tablespoons on it. And yeah, we're just gonna follow what she told me here. So yeah, this is thick.
Yeah, babe, it's like 2 pounds of now cold cheese. She thick.
Yeah, this is gonna need a little milk. I'm probably adding milk right now, to be honest. I'm gonna try.
Why? Okay, I don't know. Why does it need milk versus just being heated up? Isn't it just like the cheese is congealed and once it's heated, it's going to loosen?
Try 1 tablespoon and see what that does. So
That is a really cute measuring cup, and I kind of love it.
that is 1 tablespoon. And we're just gonna drizzle it on top just like this.
Why?
Just like that. We're gonna try and
But if you're taking out a certain amount, why are you just putting the milk on it?
mix this in.
Oh,
And it is pretty tough. Cheese kind of solidified, but that's pretty common for like baked mac and cheese. You kind of have to work with it.
you know what? I'm going to give Rim Job over Roz. He is showing us the food as not aesthetic as it is. I don't even know if that's the right word. Pour on the eyeballs. He's talking us through his process. I'll give him that.
You know, after it's been in the freezer for a while. So my mom makes baked mac and cheese pretty regularly for like holidays.
The ladle. I don't know why we're using a ladle. His nail bed is purple.
This is nothing new to me.
He has such piano hands.
But Rosie's baked mac and cheese is new to me. So, and it is really good. I like it a lot. She cooks it a bit differently than my mom does, but that's okay. It still tastes great, and I cannot wait to have me able to
Oh, spoiler. At one point, he's going to scratch his nuts.
do this.
He's going to give it a testicle tickle, like, a testicular, you might say.
So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of loosening up, sort of. So today was emotionally intense. I mean, me and Rosie,
I hate this.
we're both very, we're both pretty emotional about it.
2 times? I think I only noticed the one. More than one? Listen, I get sometimes you get a nut stuck to your leg. Maybe he's not wearing underwear and it's just, I don't know, but maybe we don't have to do it on camera as we're touching food. I don't know.
Today and, last night we were talking to each other and,
It looks so beige. It does.
yeah, just getting the feelings out because she didn't want to leave. I didn't want her to leave either. And
That is her mating call for her to live with you.
it was a lot, but we both know that, this will not be the last time that
See?
we will be seeing each other in person like we have been for the past 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and put half of this on the plate here because he's probably going to watch this and be like, he's doing it wrong. You got to do it this
No, not yet. He.
way. But you know what? I'm trying my best, okay? I'm just, you made this, honey. I'm just, it's going to be amazing either way. Like, I'm not stressing. Also, I'm going to make some, we made
Slurple, thank you so much for the super chat. That's Foodie's ladle from Syria. I haven't been able to touch a ladle since then. I know it's ridiculous, but every time I look at it, I'm like, there's been vomit in ladles. I need to get over it. I do.
like some pork loin,
You know how difficult it is to scoop out soup in a shallow spoon?
and I have some left over, and I'm going to add it to this. So I think that's about half, right? I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of milk because this is hella thick.
You're putting it back in the freezer, I assume. What are you doing, sir?
Oh, shit. Being crazy with the milk here. I'm just going to drizzle it over. Hopefully it loosens up a little.
The milk was absolutely needed. Probably 3 to 4 tablespoons for the whole thing. Sitting in the fridge dries it out. It's going to get all greasy and wet after you reheat it. The amount of cheese in here is ridiculous.
It'll loosen up more once it's like heated up and stuff. Me and Rosie
Thank you so much, Change for Me.
went to go see my parents, which was awesome, by the way. It went very well. My mom, she loves Rosie and considers her to be a part of the family, and
Listen, my mom is an amazing woman. Anytime someone needed a place to stay, they stayed with us. But I don't think she'd consider them part of the family after 2 weeks. She would just be doing something nice for an individual.
that's kind of how my mom is. She's a very she's very welcoming.
Also, reminder, Rimjob's Reddit, he called his mom a narcissist, and he has trauma growing up with a narcissist. They don't know her? No.
People who have entered her children's life. Like, I remember growing up, me and some of my siblings.
Can we turn him up? No, he's just a mumble mouth as well. I can turn myself down. Hold on, let me see. Settings. Let me see if this is better. I'm turning myself down. Let me know if we're more equal.
Would have like friends over. She would treat them like, you know, as
Stop squishing your mac and cheese. Just put it in a separate container that it fits in. You don't have to squish them to make them fit the pan.
if they were family, and that's kind of how she's always been. I really like that about her. It has loosened.
My mom being a narc led me to date and marry and divorce a narc at Remy's age, so hopefully he'll work through and learn how to avoid. No, please, there's squelching to come.
Up a little. I probably need to like mix it just a little bit more. It might be smarter
It's
since
all
this is already loosened
it's all the cheese.
up to put the other
I
half
got some in my
back
eyeball.
and maybe add one more tablespoon of milk if I have to, but I don't want to make this too loose because it's going to loosen up in the oven as well. So
Leave it alone. This isn't. Is this the stuff he's putting in the oven?
I don't know. I might not do that actually. So hungry right now, to be honest. I haven't really eaten much today. Like I don't remember.
This is a reminder. Y'all don't have to eat at other people's house. Be careful of like potlucks.
I don't remember what all I had today, to be honest. Oh, I had Whataburger. Yeah, me and Rosie had some Whataburger earlier. She got me like a bacon cheeseburger, and she got like a
Whataburger trumps In-N-Out any day of the week. Fight me in the comments if you must. Wow, thank you.
patty melt, which is actually pretty fucking fire. Like, Whataburger is.
It really was, but special shout out to the chicken ranch wrap they had. I was obsessed. What did I always used to get at Whataburger? The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, I think.
You know, pretty good. Being in Texas
Commentating.
my whole life, like I've been around Whataburger like my whole life, but for her it was like a big deal because there are no Whataburgers in Florida.
They have Whataburgers in Florida. When I lived in Florida, there was one like not too far off. There are Whataburgers in Florida.
She
There are
loves Whataburger, so
burgers. Imagine going to a Whataburger for a wrap, though.
this is all flattened out here. I've already washed my hands and stuff. So this cheese does look a little clumpy, so I'm gonna like loosen it up while it's in the bag. I gotta be pretty generous with cheese, to be honest. Also, if you're
God, my ears.
wondering why like one hand is painted, like my nails. Well, these
No, Panda.
are not painted, but these are painted. It's
Really? One hand's painted and the other's not? I couldn't tell. This is new to me. My eyeballs, as perfect as they are. Wow. Yeah.
hand is
Thank you.
painted, like my nails. Well, these are not painted, but these are painted. It's because Rosie did paint my nails. She painted these nails, but
No more cheese. We have to add more cheese.
it was towards the
The one in Pensacola has been there since the 50s.
end of our trip,
Hiking.
and we simply didn't have the time to finish this other hand. So
How did you have the time to paint the other hand? I know why. We saw Roz say she got tired after one hand and needed to take a nap. But can't you like plan out how long it takes to paint two hands? You got two of them. Well, you do, rim job. But like you could just, do them, and then when you got home, you could have painted them really quick. You could have the other hand. Okay, ran out of time.
I'm gonna have to go back and like do this one so that it doesn't look
Hey, Mars.
weird.
Camping. Mashed potato, mashed a noodle.
When we were at the airport, it was like dead. Like there was like no one there.
Cool.
It's kind of surprising actually. It was like
I need you to stop smushing a bag in the microphone, please and thank you. Sorry about the crinkling. I want to keep this story in. You don't give a fuck about noise. You do it all the time. You did a video where the dishwasher was going. You were throwing silverware around. You don't give a fuck.
Tuesday evening, which I guess isn't a very
Hey, Eileen. Where in Florida does Roz live? I think she said in the North Tampa area.
busy time of day for airports. But to be honest, I don't go to airports often. I actually hate airports because they stress me out, and I don't like planes because I have fear of heights, and you know,
Okay.
it's just Flying is stressful. Traveling is stressful, but you know,
Straight facts, lol.
when you reach your destination,
Scar, they used a base coat that requires UV, then covered it in nail polish that does not need UV. So the nail polish literally slipped off. Giggity.
it all feels worth it. So I'm
Definitely more than worth it.
gonna go ahead and put this cheese on
Painting nails is by presenting. Did you know? What?
top of the
Explain that to me, Sky.
Mac here. Still some little clumps in here.
There's enough cheese. Like, bake it a little bit because you said it's been in the freezer. Heat it up, and if you need to top it to get like a crunchy top or something like golden brown, then why are we doing it before we're putting it in the oven? I don't get it. Prez, thank you so much for the super chat. But your half-painted nails tell us you're bisexual, Remy. Embrace your aesthetic. Otherwise, I'm taking your queer card. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's so weird.
Grab more handfuls of this because there's a lot of surface area.
They're quoting Remy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The first time I tried to listen to this, I kept zoning out. So we're doing this together.
In this pan, I never have too much cheese. I love cheese. It's just
You can have too much, sir. We saw Foodie Beauty have to go to the hospital because she was plugged up.
amazing. I tried this cheese myself, by the way, and I'm pretty proud of it. I'm gonna start
Cool. If you've never done it, I'm happy for you.
putting the other
Learning new skills.
hat back on. Here. Yeah. It is still thick, but it'll loosen up like when it heats up. And then after this, I'm probably gonna heat up the pork leftover.
I have seen the pork. If you have a queasy stomach, it doesn't look yummy. So just be aware. It looks like something came straight out of Roz's metformin asshole.
Pork I have in there that me and her made together. You know, it's kind of funny because, you know, being back in my apartment without Rosie being there
I can't believe this is sped up. It is.
It's different. You know, I dropped her off a few hours ago and I already miss her. But when I
You dropped her off a few hours ago, but you didn't have time to paint your other hand.
came back to my apartment,
Thanks, okay.
I
Big Turks, you can. Grab a buddy.
can still kind of feel her presence here.
Not me about to cry right now.
My cats are being very wild right now. Okay, so I might have fucked. Yeah, I dropped her off a few hours ago and I already miss her. But when I came back to my apartment, I can still kind of feel her presence here.
Yeah, she's lingering. Wash your sheets, rim job.
My cats are being very wild right now. Okay, so I might have fucked up. I might have fucked up.
How?
But you know, we're just gonna
Okay, you had slop, you added cheese, you added slop. How did you fuck up?
learn
Dies from
from our
cringe.
mistakes and adapt and overcome. Because there's not enough macaroni. I probably should have taken out more macaroni here, but
Or you should have switched the casserole dish because you guys already ate some. To be fair, we ate some of it. It wasn't a whole batch.
trying my best. Okay, leave me alone.
And she made this much for him to have just at home.
Leave me alone, man. I'm just hungry. I want to eat my girlfriend's food because I miss her and she's not here right now. So kind of like what I was saying, like my place still has her like energy. You know, there's a still kind of smells like her, which smells sweet, kind of like
I've heard that those with diabetes can put off a sweet scent. I am still determined she smells of ferret cage and diabetes and 60 sprays of perfume. Hi, Soldy. Raz had a 780 calorie drink from Dutch Bros and a 950 calorie patty melt from Whataburger before going on a plane. Mel's, thank you so much for gifting 5 channel memberships. Who got them? Guppy, nothing. Fat Hawaii, Sugar, Caden, please enjoy your blowies. And thank you so much, Bells. Don't forget about the pennies. Oh, yes, old pennies.
apple
Like rusted pennies.
and honey and maybe a hint of like strawberry.
Is that true or a rumor about diabetes? Let's Google it. Can you smell sweet with Diabetes mellitus type 2. According to the AI overview, yes, having a sweetie, fruity smell is a well-known sign associated with diabetes. Can I tell y'all where I learned that fun fact? CSI Las Vegas.
But Rosie tends to like very sweet scents. Okay, so I'm not gonna put as much cheese on this on the top here as I did for the middle layer.
Yeah, Grissom was in there and he was like, sweet diabetes.
And drizzle it on there. I hope I'm doing this right. That looks great, to be honest.
Does it?
I think it looks great. If y'all don't think it looks great, then I don't agree. But we can set our differences aside and still be friends. You know, this oven's been preheating it's been preheated for a while. So,
Rim job. I know you like to have a tidy kitchen, but if you could just clean off your stove, it's not as bad as Roz's, but just a nice little. Especially, you know, you want the aesthetic of the content.
She told me $3.50 for 25 minutes, so I'm gonna listen to her because this is her recipe. And
it's Teeny's from TikTok, but he's so sweet for saying that. This is not Teeny's recipe. I've never had it.
Have it in the way she wants me to have it. So I'm gonna put this in the oven real quick. Do the top rack. And we gotta set the timer. It's 25.
What the hell is that on the stove? Maybe Roz lifted him up on the stove to have sex? I don't know.
I'm gonna get out the
maybe it's booty cheeks.
The pork. I need to clean up here.
Thank you.
I like to clean like as I go. That way I don't have like a huge mess at the end. Work smarter, not harder.
What?
Oh.
Who called Poa Poa?
Ooh. This has a very nice color to it.
I know I have perfect vision, but maybe I'm colorblind. This has a good color to it. I don't know how y'all enjoy your barbecue, right? Your pulled pork might have you. I like to have my pulled pork before the sauce. That way I can control how much I'm adding to the sandwich.
Huh?
Stop. I hope he didn't eat that. He's going to eat it. That's scary. What the fuck is it? Why is it black? This is the pulled pork they made. I prefer mine edible. Is he mixing the fat into it? Yes. This is why I didn't watch this last night. Bile and vile. Why couldn't he just take... I'm horrified.
My oven just beeped and I'm not too sure why.
I know a Samsung oven anywhere. Da-da-da-da. Listen, I love when appliances sing to me.
Into the pot here. This kind of has like a pretty nice color to it. I like it. It's like a very...
I tried to warn you guys. I did.
Rich. Kind of barbecue brown kind of color. This looks good. It's not even heated up yet. I would love to get like some potatoes, some carrots.
Plop, plop.
And like turn this into like kind of a pot roast.
You can't. You've already ruined it.
With the broth and the pork. There's not a whole lot left, but
There's not a whole pot. What? What do you mean there's not a whole lot left?
I think there's enough to where I can do something like that. So as it heats up, the broth is, you know,
Is he calling the fat broth?
Loosen up a bit. Because right now it just looks like sludge. But
TMI, but is that what Foodie cleaned up off the floor in Syria? This is what Foodie left on the sheets for Salah and blamed Julia.
that's because it's been...
That's broth, yes. Well, I was getting my lunch for once, and it's not Scar that's making me sick. Everybody grab a buddy. It's about to get bad. Lunch is off.
Fridge this whole time. While this heats up, I kind of want to talk about the trip.
Okay.
The trip was lovely.
Was it?
Was a lot of fun. And
The first week you had class, and she just lived in your bed.
while me and Rosie didn't get to do everything we wanted to do, 2 weeks
because of the peen flares.
is
Same going in as going out.
2 weeks is a lot of time, like especially for people meeting each other in person for the first time.
Which was dumb. I think you guys should have just done a weekend for your first encounter.
And
why wouldn't you want to look at his junk sugar?
And it still didn't feel like enough time. Because there were some things that we wanted to do that we just couldn't get done, unfortunately. But this will not be the last time that me and her will be doing something like this. And I'm...
Y'all, this is fucking sped up. This is sped up.
I'm excited for the next time we get to do this. Oh, ooh, here we go. There we go. Starting to heat up a little bit. I hope this was the right move. My cats are fucking with something.
Heating it up.
Cleo.
Roz, might I ask why you left this part in the vlog? Listen, Bunches is a full menace. I know y'all support Bunches in all of her endeavors. I get it that sometimes I have to step away on a live. This is pre-recorded content. What time did she upload this? While I was live yesterday. She had just uploaded it as I was getting off. Getting off. Hi, Cleo. I'm usually quiet and I don't chat, but this makes me want to vomit. What? You guys don't want this for lunch?
Say hi to Cleo.
This is sped up? Yes, it's almost on 1.5.
She smells it. She smells the pork.
Yeah, as I was saying, me and Rosie feel like we get along very well and we're very good for each other. We kind of balance ourselves out because
I think you guys give off friend energy, which is fine, but you guys use pet names and give off friends.
I'm a very like calm, gentle kind of guy, and
she's very aggressive and brutal, so we get along great.
She's a very expressive and colorful kind of girl.
I'm trying to not be too distracting with a ton of notes, but this is seriously the sweetest thing anyone has ever done for me. I love this so much. I'm so sorry you haven't had great relationships, Roz. Once again, I'm very supportive that he's kind enough to make you content. But if this is your definition of the sweetest thing that's ever been done for you, maybe we need to raise our standards.
She loves to express herself. She's very...
That's true, nerd. They did dance in the kitchen. Zing, thank you so much for the super chat. Calm and gentle like a baby reindeer. No, that's Stefan.
Reactive and emotional.
Buns, maybe.
I love that about her. Some may see that as like a weakness or whatever, but I actually love people who aren't afraid to express themselves, because there's always going to be those people that are going to be like, you know, they're going to think that like they're being too much or like they're putting on a front or something, and it's just like, no.
Blue Hoodie, thank you for the super chat. The stirring doesn't stop. Well, you got to keep it stirring. I'm sure it's because your screen isn't color calibrated. It is.
It's like,
it just looks like this.
There are people that exist that have emotions and want to...
She's a human being with human feelings.
Express them. So I'm actually going to turn this down because I think it's too hard. And I love how vulnerable she is.
She's not vulnerable. She changes narratives and it has victim mentality. Joy, thank you for the super chat. This is what in the toilet in the first Saw film. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. What is he yapping about? I don't know. I don't know. That he loves her and she's vulnerable. What the fuck is in that pot? Pulled pork.
She's very brave for doing what she does
I wicked.
online, despite like all the trouble she gets.
How did it become this texture? I'm telling you, it became poop soup.
It's like,
what's in the pot?
If it were me, like I would have stopped being a content creator like a long time ago, but she keeps doing it. And I feel like that takes a lot of strength, you know.
No, she's desperate for attention. She told you she's going to claw her way.
Content.
And that she called the investigation discovery a business opportunity. Do we think he really ate it? Random, you're going to see him eat it. On what planet is that pulled pork? In this house, not mine, that one. If that's pulled pork, I've been making it wrong and I'm fine with that.
You know, like putting
If you guys had to eat something, Foodie Beauty's meatloaf or Rim Job's pulled pork mac and cheese.
yourself out there despite like what people think about her and like opinions, both good and bad opinions, because she does have a lot of supporters.
Thank you, Cindy. It's so bad though.
She actually has like more support than she does hate. It's just the haters are the loudest, unfortunately.
Rawr. I have such a loud volume.
Yeah.
Down by the river, thank you for being a member for a month. It's gnarly as fuck. You have to put this in your mouth.
And
Oh, y'all, if you don't like the video, you might have to take a nibble of this. Please and thank you.
but over this trip, like there have been some crazy things
Hey, Jessica.
that have happened that some of which I kind of expected to happen, to be honest, but some other things were kind of like, you know, what the fuck? Why would someone do that?
You did also, you have to learn how to talk to some of the weirdos that are in girl world. We have to be honest, y'all, there are some, but you did use the expression of essentially do your worst. I'm liking it. Thank you, Sock. Thank you.
You know, like it's creepy.
Maybe he likes baby food like Roz does. I've seen his fuzzy teeth. Maybe he has to gum shit down.
It's creepy, dog. Like you're being a stalker. When we made the pork,
A lot of people see people out in the wild. You know how many times I've seen people at the Disney World or Disneyland where people post their pictures and they're like, look, I saw Mariah Carey.
point, it was very tender. Like it was falling apart. And so
Sugar.
I didn't expect it to like hold together. Oh yeah, I should probably like move the camera, Remy.
Shut the fuck up, y'all, about this. Rimjob's hands look very similar to mine and it kind of freaks me out. Ah!
Shit.
Let's see. All right.
Oh, that just scratched my left ear. Did y'all, if anybody's wearing headphones, did you guys get that?
To like hold together. Oh yeah, I should probably like move the camera,
That looks like your cat's poo. I hope your cat's dum-dum's okay.
Remy.
They look like yours too. Listen, look at my hands. I look like Rimjob. No, I don't. I don't look like Rimjob, but like my hands.
Oh shit.
Let's see. All right.
Ah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, there we go. That's kind of a better angle, isn't it? I feel like me and Rosie are kind of like, you know, yin and yang kind of energy, you know, where was it
When does he scratch his nuts? I know he does it.
yin? Was it yin?
Why am I looking out for that?
The masculine one? I want to say it is. Y'all can fact check me on that.
Do you also play piano? No.
Whichever one
I can play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and chopsticks.
is masculine. I believe it's yin. Was it yin? Was it yin the masculine one? I want to say it. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of a better angle, isn't it? I feel like me and Rosie are kind of like, you know, yin and yang kind of energy, you know, where was it yin? Was it yin the masculine one? I want to say it is.
You missed the first nut scratch? Ah, I see. Doesn't he have a yin yang tattoo? Yes, he has a Cancer yin yang tattoo. Scar, you're like the kid who reminds the teacher to give homework. You shut up.
Y'all can fact check me on that. Whichever one is masculine. I believe it's yin.
I politely don't think either of y'all give off a certain energy, which is fine, but I'm not like, yeah, that's masculine. Oh, she's so feminine. I don't know. Neither of y'all really give me certain energy per se.
Or is it yang?
I know, sugar.
Like, because
Who cares? Oh.
me and her, we're in like a queer relationship because she's bisexual.
Okay.
I'm also bisexual. Recently came out bisexual.
He came out during Thanksgiving time frame when he was in a happy relationship, so in love, and Roz decided she wanted to be with him, and then he and his boyfriend broke up.
And I've started presenting myself as such. That's why you see like the nails and like I'm trying to like embrace my more feminine side.
I don't think having your nails painted really is a feminine or masculine energy. I just think you wanted to paint your nails, which is fine. How many like MMA fighters and people like that have their little toenails painted and everything? And that seems like a quote unquote masculine activity for that part of what? No, because there's a lot of badass female fighters. But you know what I mean? What? What? What the fuck? I know, Sky. What? Waffles, thank you so much. Queer relationship, but they keep going on. Heteronormative gender roles make it make sense. But he has the masculine energy. It's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic. I don't think confirming gender roles is very queer. Bisexual, inattentive type.
And I'm kind of figuring out like what my style is, and I like it so far. I mean,
Pajamas, which is fine, but that's your style. Pajamas.
I think I got a pretty cool aesthetic.
Pajamas.
That's just me though. Some
Hi,
may
pathogen.
not agree, but there's just a very beautiful.
Zam, look at that masculine energy. Zam, look at him. He just looks like a person. No one cares, just to you. Yeah, who fucking cares? But what a photo.
Harmonization.
Like, did he grow up Mormon? I don't think so. No, but in a very conservative Christian home.
Of like both masculine and feminine in our relationship, because I see it in both myself and in her as well. I don't think I've told her this, but
Press, thank you for the super chat. He's any upper middle class white guy adopting Eastern philosophy for aesthetics.
for me, like,
But he's a badass.
I do have like masculine.
Has she been putting captions in? Man, I keep zoning out. This is bad. Rem job, I need you to be like, add some oomph to it. Special shout out to the Dr. Pepper fit, though. Once again, pajamas. Once again.
It's just a very.
Which is fine. Like,
beautiful.
I'm currently wearing like a little matching set, but it's pajamas.
Harmonization of like
Shout out,
both
not shout out.
masculine and feminine in our relationship, because I see it in both myself and in her as well. I don't think I've ever told her this, but
Babe, you give me masculine and feminine energy. I don't think you have to announce that.
for me, like, I do have.
I missed the new tattoo. I think it would have been so much cuter as a date process. Hi, Nuts. What is he making? Pulled pork, Suburban. I think it would have been so cute if they would have gotten a little tattoo done together. And this one looks much better quality than her cat tattoo. And I know he got her a jellyfish stuffy to represent their bisexuality. Yeah, they could have gotten little jellies together. And then we could have added some watercolor paint behind this. You have the oddest placement. Your body, your choice. You're your own canvas. But are you just kind of like pointing at your arms and being like, here? It's just fine. It's just interesting.
Some may not agree, but there's just a very beautiful harmonization of like.
What? Are jellies bisexual? Jellyfish well, it was the colors, I guess. Flash art tattoos, eh? Oh, the camps, I thought the same thing.
Both masculine and feminine in our relationship, because I see it in both myself and in her as well. I don't think I've ever told her this, but
Was his foot on the toilet? Y'all, I'm so bad at this. Wow. It's hiding from me.
also bisexual. Recently came out bisexual. And I've started presenting myself as such. That's why you see like the nails, and like I'm trying to like embrace my more feminine side.
Maybe the one hand painted is the feminine energy that I just don't understand.
And I'm,
to be fair, Panda, I think I'm missing it this time.
kind of figuring out like what my style is, and I like it so far. I mean, I think I got a pretty cool aesthetic. That's just me though. So, some may not agree, but there's just a very beautiful harmonization of like both masculine and feminine in our relationship, because I see it in both myself and in her as well. I don't think I've ever told her this, but
why didn't Roz edit the ball scratching out? Because this is foreplay. Does he identify as queer? Yes.
For me, like, I do have like masculine like features, and like behavior, like leadership.
You know what, women? Women in chat, those that identify as women, none of you are allowed to be leaders anymore. Do you understand me? Leadership is only a masculine trait. It's a what do they call it? Blue job, red job, whatever Roz called it. Pink job. Okay, so blue job. It's a blue trait. What? Excuse me? Yes, none of you are allowed to be leaders anymore. Get it out of your noggins. Go back up, go back up. For a philosophy guy, I don't think he understands yin yang or Taoism, not claiming expertise, but the interpretation I've read understood. This part actually made you mad. As a design degree haver, I can professionally say he does not have a good aesthetic. Masculine and feminine are social constructs. That's why you feel you have both, because they don't exist. Tap it back. I will. Sky, gays aren't leaders? Apparently not. Oh, it's a masculine trait, y'all. No women or gays are allowed to say you're masculine, not masculine leaders.
Features and like behavior, like leadership.
I don't get it. You know, I know Rim Job was a nuke, right? He had to have had a very high ASVAB. He's in college right now, furthering his education. So I think he's somebody who is book smart to a degree, but he's real stupid. Like, do y'all remember when he made that accent when he was behind Roz? Leadership is not exclusively mask. Fuck you. You know, he's still got that down home Christian upbringing in him as far as what, male, female?
Knowing when to take charge.
We don't know, Ash. He thinks he's so enlightened. Dude is an idiot. I'm curious how he was brought up, where he has these beliefs.
And do all the hard labor.
Okay, any women or those identifying as women, none of you guys are allowed to do laborious work, okay? No, get that fucking out of your resume. You're not allowed to do it.
Because I like to work with my hands, you know.
Okay, no women are allowed to work with their hands.
I've done like some woodworking. I did some welding way back. And
Yeah, okay, so no welding women, no woodworking women. Okay.
high school, and I've built computers.
Okay, this is why engineering is around 7th grade. Women or young women get deterred from the engineering field because they get pressured from stupid individuals like this.
Kid, I was a little engineer, and that was what I wanted to do for a long time. Was
I've built several computers, as have I.
be an engineer. That was kind of like the assumed path.
Building a computer isn't that hard. Sorry, I'm a dumb woman and I don't understand, because that's a man's job according to Rim Job.
For me, I would still love to do like something engineering related.
Okay, do it.
I guess like I want to pursue like other things.
I'm non-binary and very relieved to be left out of this fuck-ass discussion. Now they're making special classes since kindergarten for women in STEM.
Other passions like music, psychology, philosophy, or like something like art related.
Prez, thank you so much for the super chat. He's lashing out due to an inferiority complex. Do y'all think he was bullied?
I'm leaning towards music because I was raised in a musical family.
Let's catch him in a lie. Y'all ready? Let's catch him in a lie together. Do you remember when Rimjob first came on Roz's channel? Yes, y'all think he was bullied? Yeah, by his mom. But do you remember when he first came on Roz's channel playing piano and stuff? Because this is how you play piano. He said he was all self-taught. Like, no one in his life taught him. He just played by ear and he's just amazing at everything.
Both my grandparents were active in the church. My grandma played piano and she was also a piano teacher.
So his grandmother was a piano teacher, but he let us all know he is super self-taught. 49. Him having these opinions is why Roz acts like a meek, helpless woman.
For years. And my grandpa, he would like sing for the church, and he also
Okay.
like did some acting, like musicals, which not like modern day musical. It's more like opera.
Okay.
Okay, this doesn't look.
This isn't pulled pork, sir. Politely. This is no, I don't know what this is. I don't know what you'd classify this, but it's not pulled pork.
I guess.
I think it's primarily just sauce.
It's probably.
Blue hoodie. Super chat. Still stirring. It's the never-ending stirring. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Pulled
I just
pork.
had a thought. I'm gonna wait though, because I want to try this first. So I'm gonna move it off the. We're just gonna put a lid on it. I actually don't have the proper lid for this pot, but I do have an alternative. Let's check the baked mac and cheese and see how that's doing. Ooh.
Ooh. Big Turks, thank you for the super chat. Stirred pork. Yeah, it is not pulled pork.
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
Slop.
Holy shit.
Wow. Oh, everyone. Oh, I didn't mean to get it right here. Okay, we got a nice little claw. We got it. We're really gripping the balls. Y'all remember those little stress balls where you like rolled them in your hand and they made like a little chime at you? I think they're still things. I don't know.
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
Okay, make sure you scratch the nuts for us.
Holy shit.
Testicle. Okay, get in there. Really get it off the. I'm so sorry. Is that penis? Is this penis? Rim job, you have the camera facing at us. This isn't my fault. It's like rosin or titties. Is that penis?
It's amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay, get him off. So he was stuck. Scar, what?
I'm gonna pause the video here and take a short break.
Put on underwear? No, let it be free. That might be.
And we'll pick this up later. Maybe when the mac and cheese is done. So yeah, we're at 37 minutes. This video's gonna be pretty long, so well, 38 now. But bye.
Slow-mo it? Somebody is asking for slow-mo testy rub? Okay. Listen, y'all don't yell at me. Somebody asked for it. This isn't my fault. This is the audience's. Okay, let him get in those balls.
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
Hi, Isa.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, get in there. Oh, I gotta go even slower because somebody asked for it and I don't want to disappoint you guys. I'm here for you and I don't want you guys to be upset with me. Okay, get in there. Oh yeah. Okay. Really get it off your ball sack. Separate it from your leg. You souped in ginger. Okay, let's go back to 1.4.
I'm gonna pause the video here and take a short break, and we'll pick this up later. Maybe when the mac and cheese is done. So yeah, we're at 37 minutes. This video's gonna be pretty long, so well, 38 now. But bye.
That was a pickle. Enhance.
All right, so
Why did he slide back like that? Yes.
the mac and cheese
Gotta keep them separated.
is done, and it looks beautiful because of course it does. My girlfriend made it. You know, Rosie made it. Is it?
I'm smiling. Get the fuck off my screen. Go away. I'm smiling so much my face hurts. I miss him. Cool.
Of course, it's beautiful.
I've seen enough for today.
But we are about to pull it out.
Giggity. Why didn't she cut that part out? Maybe Roz gets off to this and it was foreplay? I don't know. That's a good off-screen song. Ooh.
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that.
Thrice cooked noodles. Get it out of my fucking face. Okay, one of you has to try it. One of you has to put this in your mouth. It's not going to be me, but like one of you needs to volunteer. Did it just fucking slide? Hold on. That is wet. Okay, look. It reaches the edge of the pan.
Look at that.
Rim job, you got to be careful. It's so slippery. I'll take one for the team. Bless you, Sky. This is Chernobyl elephant foot. It's going to slide off the pan. Look at it. Look at it go. Rim job, you got to be careful.
Oh, shit.
And it looks fucking clean at that part. It is slippery. That wiped that bitch down.
Oh, shit. It was sliding off. Fuck. Oh, ooh. Yeah, it's like slippery slidey.
That's what she said.
I almost just spilled the whole thing on my stove. I'm so glad I didn't do that.
It wouldn't have made a difference. Your stove's kind of, it needs a wipe down.
This looks amazing. I'm gonna throw on some
Suffer your return the slab. Oh, I miss Courage.
seasoning
They don't make them like that anymore.
on this. So, let's start with the basics.
Okay.
Black pepper and pink Himalayan salt.
PSA, Rosie's mac and cheese does not have pepper. Okay, I love pepper. And doesn't Teeny's mac and cheese call for pepper? I am shocked. Somebody's adding pepper to mac and cheese. This is groundbreaking.
I go with the pink Himalayan salt because just
To be honest, I undersalted this. Forgot to salt the pasta water, so salt was needed. Okay.
tastes better.
He's adding all of his slop to it.
I hear it's better for you.
I have no idea.
I actually haven't done
Sequoia, I know.
any research to see if that's true, but you know. I like Himalayan salt rocks, like the lamps. Those are pretty cool. So
I'd like to suggest that you buy your woman one of those rim job. As much as she likes salt, you could have it next to the bed. And when she wakes up in the middle of the night, she can just a suggestion. I know she likes her electrolytes and things. Just get her a nice little salt lamp.
oh, it's got like drizzle it. Oh, that.
They are soulmates. They are fucking soulmates. Look at that.
Oh, that. Wow, that's a lot of salt.
Those lamps are good for cats, I thought. Well, if he gets her one and she lives on her own right now, then
What makes it?
yeah, it really is, babe. Lol. What? Roz, I've seen you with soy sauce put over a cup and you're serving.
And it'll bounce out. Get some pepper.
Just add some sugar to it, Rim.
Yeah.
My soul is dying. Sending out an SOS. Because of pepper? This is what killed your soul? Pepper? Not the sugar? Okay.
I like a lot of black pepper, personally.
I love that, or we love that for you, sweetie. However, this is officially now not my mac and cheese. You're not putting it in your mouth. Shut the fuck up, Roz. Like, if he wants to make slop stew, that's for him and his own. It's pepper. It's not like, I don't know. He decided to add a scoop of what's disgusting in here. What wouldn't go well? I don't know. Relish? Sweet relish?
Yeah, this looks beautiful. I might put some Parmesan on this, to be honest.
Oh, good God, babe. Sometimes whenever you have 10 pounds of cheese, it just doesn't hit. It's not enough. So you need 11.
I think I'm good with that.
Yogurt? Oh, he could add grape salad to this mac and cheese.
Ugh. Loosen it up a little bit.
Not this part raising my blood pressure higher than eating this amount of cheese would. Ha ha. She should really watch back her content sometime because all she does is partake of sodium processed foods, but she's acting like this is too much. What is it a good idea? Not in my house, but if he's happy with it, good on you, Rim Job.
Yeah.
Waffles, thank you so much for the super chat. Her food aggression extends to other people too, halfway across the country. Explain the 5 pounds of mozzarella then, Roz. Okay, are y'all ready for him to yeah in your ear?
Yeah. Look at that. Just look at that. gorgeous.
Couldn't we have done some fresh parm?
Look at that. All right.
Hi, editing Rosie.
Waffles, yeah.
Okay.
Bless you.
In case you're listening to this on like podcast mode or something, I would put lots of notes during this period of time because the black pepper, the salt.
I'm out. No, you have to strap in.
Oh,
Damn it.
Actually, fine. I'm
Strap in and strap on.
the amount. But the salt and parmesan, like, look, I can see the argument where that's up to personal taste, things like that. But this next part needs a trigger warning. Baby, I love you so much. Like, kisses. If I'm gonna post footage of a mac and cheese war crime,
Anytime you do any sort of cooking, might we refer back to your strawberry vinaigrette? Every food you make is fucking slop. Calling out to MC, MC, if you could recreate this, that would be great.
I need it known that I did not endorse this. I told you guys I had no idea any of this was happening when he filmed it. He, bless his heart, he mixes this baked mac and cheese.
Well, there's not like there's any sort of breadcrumbs on top, and he has to mix the salt into the rest of the noodles. MC, no, don't do it. No, she needs to do it. Pulpy hasn't given me my strawberries yet, not to my knowledge. Why is she acting like this? Because she's fucking dramatic.
And it just, this video is so sweet and cute. I love it so much, but this part kills a part of my.
She's so patronizing. I don't know who MC is, but I'm sure they don't deserve this. JP. So MC recreated Roz's 3-course meal. She did the popcorn with the protein bar. She did the salad. She did the pizza.
My soul that I can't explain. So consider this your mac and cheese war crime trigger warning.
It's not this funny. Like, ha ha, ha ha, ha.
I'm having so much fun
And maybe work on talking to a doctor about an inhaler.
editing
Who am I?
this, by the way. Okay, let's get back to the video. Bye.
I'm about to ruin it because I have to mix all this in.
Rim job. I think mixing it is the least of your concerns.
Touch the hot pan. I wanted to push it to the side so you can see it.
MC can actually cook though? Yes.
Maybe
Oh, thank you, Buns.
this would be smarter, Remy. This would be smarter. There you go. Just look and admire the baked mac and cheese. We're gonna stir this up a little bit. Yeah. Ooh.
Can you stop moaning in my fucking ear, you weirdo? I don't like it.
Oh, look at the strings.
Ugh.
Look at the strings.
Look at the strings. I mean, that part looks great. Love Teeny's mac and cheese. Does Teeny not capitalize her name? I don't know. Does she not capitalize it at all? Who paid for this? That's what I'm wondering. I love this for you.
Get the camera. I just want y'all to admire these strings. Like, look at that. Oh, that's some nice string bowls. You, like, put on these strings and play it like a harp, you know, like.
Oh my God, that's adorable. He's so clever. She does capitalize it. Okay, I was just wondering because she hadn't capitalized her name at all. I know that's an odd thing for me to notice, but not once has she capitalized her name.
Oh, this is gonna be delicious.
Bart, no, it's mashed mac.
I cannot wait for this.
The mac and cheese ASMR is popping off. Listen, I talk about puss boils. I talk about seeping wounds, bacterial vaginosis. I talk about free bleeding in a Vegas pool. But there's something about this meal that's kind of making my tum be like, I don't appreciate it.
Like I said, it would lose.
I missed your comment. Oh no! Come back to me, GSH. Come back. He said all of this in the backseat of the convertible. Yes, look at the strings too. I will leave that to your imagination. Thank you so much. Can we get a side-by-side with Teeny's Mac? Let me Google. Doop doop a dollop of daisy. Uh-oh. I'm gonna make sure I capitalize it. I've got you, Teeny. Teeny mac and cheese. Oh, look. And that it's capitalized. Okay, so here we go. Share this tab. Look nice and golden brown and deliciousness. Oh, I've never had it. Maybe it's not good. I have no idea. I've heard good things. Oh, wow. Now let's bounce back. Oh, God. I keep moving my tabs around. Let's bounce back over here. They're twins.
Loosen up after heating.
That's true now. GSH, I do think this is what it sounded like in the back of the convertible. Yeah. I think every time he wiggled, it sounded like this.
This looks amazing. I cannot fucking wait to eat this. My girlfriend made this. I just heated it back up. She made this. She made this for me.
How sweet.
To have. That's pretty cool. Oh, and I do have a bath running currently. Might be at halfway right now, but I just want a big bowl of this.
Why did I need to know about your tub time? I don't like baths. I feel like human soup and I don't appreciate them. I'm sure a lot of people love them, but I don't.
Right now. So the pork might still be hot.
It's a bit cheesy, but good, just rich. Falls. That thing sounds like went through. Have y'all seen the Futurama episode where what's his name? Bender gets turned into a human and has a poor relationship with Nom Noms, and then at the end, his flaps make a woo sound.
Let's see. I hope it's still hot.
Whenever you have to sniffle, it really adds to the effect of this video. I appreciate you, Rimjob.
You will taste us here. Yeah, oh, I see it sneering. Yeah, it's still hot. I don't need to taste test it. But yeah, this is my dinner for tonight. And I'm excited. I feel like this meal deserves a proper ceramic bowl. Don't need any of that.
He's so sweet, I could cry because he's not using a paper bowl for this. You know what? I'm glad y'all are happy together.
Paper bowl shit. No, no, no.
Well, that's because it's so wet, it would sog right through a paper bowl.
Make this look amazing. Ooh, I love the cheese here. It is stretchy, it is stringy, and it is just amazing.
I don't like to think of mac and cheese as being stringy. Then I'm going to think there's hair in it.
Amazing. I am so
Like, not a good cheese bowl, stringy. Hi, Serena.
like grateful that she did this for me. You know, it's like she never left. You know?
I want to go back so bad. Rimjob, pay for another 2 tickets for me.
It's like she's still
Rimjob.
here. She did leave a lot of things behind, not just food, but just like little things to make her mark on.
You might say a snail trail, dry shampoo encrusted on your pillowcase, a nice poa ring in the bathtub.
My
What did she leave you?
humble abode, my apartment.
Yeah, I'll
Cracked kitchen tiles, her stank.
look at that.
All that fuss on my end, and that doesn't look bad at all, except for the black pepper. Heh. Mmm.
That's beautiful.
But we're gonna put some. I actually want to try it without pork
Aussie.
first. I might need to let it cool down for a little bit. I have a sensitive tongue. Like I need to let things cool down.
Okay.
If it's too hot, then like it burns me, and that is not.
He's not wrong. I've never met a man who loves lukewarm food like this guy. What is with all this equating things to like men, women? Like he doesn't like to burn his tongue. Okay. I'm sure there are plenty of women that don't like to burn their tongue either.
Pleasant feelings. So
Men like hot food.
we want to avoid unpleasant feelings here. Cleo, what are you doing?
Joy.
You're always up to something. Always looking for trouble. Cleo is so curious. Like, it's because she's young. Like, she's a little over a year old, I believe. I actually don't know when her birthday is. I just know that
Waffles.
she was a kitten when I got her. So she's still pretty young. Ashley's not much older. She's probably like a year older than Cleo. But this looks fucking amazing.
Cool. Lyric's starting to get so gray in his face and it makes me sad. Why can't dogs live forever?
Moment of truth.
And he bites his utensils?
Oh my god.
Wait, why is teeny not capitalized? So when she has it at the beginning of the lines, it becomes capitalized.
Oh my god.
An indent in his couch.
Oh my god.
You know what? She did leave behind a new rolly chair. That's a thing. I don't do Fifi stuff. I am active in making sure there's no moaning in the food videos. Rim job, moan for me. Give it to me. But it was in the middle? About to cry again. Where, Panda?
That's beautiful.
We're gonna put some. I actually want to try it without pork first. I might need to cool down for a little bit. I have a sensitive tongue. I need to let things cool down. If it's too hot, then it burns.
Oh, she did microwave it. She did capitalize it. Okay, so the word Luke, as in room temperature, is capitalized, but not Teeny's name. Okay.
Oh my god.
Stop burning your silverware. Why did he make so much? Probably Ross told him to. She's a poet. 100 poems down.
That is amazing.
I love how much he loves this.
My girlfriend made this shit.
Cool.
Rosie made this for me.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We're not even gonna care. We're just gonna let ourselves go.
Stop fucking moaning in my ear, you fucking turtle. Stop it.
Baby, that is amazing. That shit's good.
Pulled pork, y'all.
Slap that on there.
This looks like a blowout. I don't like it.
I really like the color of this.
Shit. Okay, maybe he is more similar to Salah than I thought.
It's a very nice brown color. Because there's different shades of browns when you're dealing with meat and stuff. This is a
What the fuck is that? Pulled pork.
very vivid, saturated brown. You don't want
Saturated brown. Dookie.
brown that's kind of gray, kind of a dull color.
How the fuck would your barbecue sauce come out gray?
This doesn't look good.
What are you adding to it that makes barbecue sauce gray?
This looks rich. I love that.
It looks rough. It looks like fudge gone wrong.
Mix this in. Oh, by the way, Rosie texted me earlier and said she just landed in Florida. I probably have some texts from her just waiting for me to respond. But I am in heaven right now. I'm not on this earth because this is fucking amazing.
A dead body. This looks terrible. If he likes it, I'm happy for him.
Oh my god. It should be illegal. Fucking amazing. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Devin.
It should be illegal. This shit should be illegal.
Yeah, it should be. That needs to be fucking taken out. Salah is licking his lips right now, right, Tangerine? You're right. Yeah, it should be illegal. I can't disagree with him here.
This is fucking... Oh my god. More of this,
Oh my god.
please. This is fucking amazing. I wish I had a bigger stomach. Or else I would eat all this.
Okay, just do small bits. You could do a little small portion. Cover this up. When you get hungry again, you can have some more.
I get full pretty easily, unfortunately.
Sometimes it happens. Just try to eat more frequently, smaller meals. It's fine.
Big.
Jennifer, thank you for the super chat. It's probably a good thing that he's so easily impressed since Roz has so little to offer. Is this food? Cindy, it sure feels like it, doesn't it? Oh my god. Ugh.
Eater, I don't really have that big
Ren, right?
of an appetite, unfortunately. I've always kind of been like that, for most of my life. I haven't really had a big appetite for things. I do have cravings.
Cool. Sometimes you want certain foods. Awesome. I've never heard of anybody wanting that. It must be a man thing, huh, Remy? Mel, thank you for the super chat. Maybe the 2 weeks was spent coaching him for an audience. Well, Mel's, remember, he sent this to her for her to enjoy as she watched it on the plane. So. I'm going to take a whole ass flip flop and throw it at your kneecap in a video game. And you should probably wipe off your counter.
I hate to leave. I got
The
you.
masculine energy of cravings. Do you think Roz fingered her belly button to this? How crusty do you think her belly button is?
I gotta check the bath.
What do you think it smells like in there?
Has this been run?
The pre-made barbecue they sell in the store is more palatable than this. Well, you have to think about everything he also added to it. It was a bunch of different barbecue sauces.
For a hot minute. It's at about halfway, like a little above half. I am just gonna be so
Where do you think she got the cheese from?
content.
I feel like her belly button smells like a polynidal cyst. And if you've ever smelt those, it's not pleasant.
Right. This is fucking amazing. I wish there was a way y'all could like taste this through the video. Like,
No, thank you. I'm not hungry. Thanks.
is there a way to like send taste through media?
I wonder if his mother is overweight. I don't know.
I want all y'all to try those. I'm trying to think of like other things to add. I don't think it needs anything else, to be honest.
Hot sauce. I don't know. Hot sauce can go on everything. I love hot sauce.
Look at that shit.
Not the booty cracks.
You drink. I have some Dr. Pepper here.
Cool.
I'm an addict for Dr. Pepper.
As of uploading this, he actually hasn't had one in about a month. So proud of him. Roz, do you realize that I see you drink soda on a regular basis? You had the 2 liters behind you. You drink almost a full 2 liter in one sitting. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. My blood is probably like 50% Dr. Pepper. I mean, I live in Texas, so I guess that makes sense. Dr. Pepper is
Yeah, only people in Texas like Dr. Pepper. I've never heard of anyone from a different state liking it.
kind of like the state drink, the state beverage of Texas. I'm already starting to get full and I hate it. I just want more of those. Baby.
That's fine. If you're full, you don't have to force yourself to eat, Rim Job. Just take your time. It's okay. What is wrong with Dr. Pepper? Nothing. I love Dr. Pepper. Well, Diet Dr. Pepper. Is that a Texas thing for real? I think Ohio likes Dr. Pepper too.
This is amazing. I'm already starting to get full, but I really want to finish this.
Let him drink soda. Who cares? Really? Who fucking cares? Maybe she's talking about the sugar in it. I don't know.
Because I need to eat more. I'm actually...
Waco is the home of Dr. Pepper. That's fun. They actually only sell Dr. Pepper in Texas. Whataburger originated in Corpus.
I'm underweight for my height by a significant amount. I
He's come so far in 2 months.
really need to get better at like eating more and stuff. It's like,
Okay.
it's not like I haven't...
It's a good thing you're dating Roz. She likes to help people with their weight. And it really is hard. If you're someone who's more slender, it can be just as difficult to gain weight as it can be to lose weight.
Like I don't have like I just have a low appetite, and that's
Okay.
how I've always been. I really need to hurry up and finish this because Rosie's probably texting me right now because she just landed in Florida, so I need to kind of speed this up. The last bite.
Stop fucking moaning in my gosh darned ear.
That shit was fucking good.
Cool.
I love that. More of that. More of this, please. More of this. I'm gonna hurry up and get off of this video. I want to talk to Rosie, and I also want to take my bath.
So you're gonna have some tubby time as she has her tummy time.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.
You love Big Red? I haven't had Big Red in so long.
Yeah. Peace.
He's so cute. I can't.
I don't even know what to say.
And then she watched it back and she's crying. It's just so sweet. He made mac and cheese for me and it was just, that's my love language, food. He knows me so well. Oh my God. Food.
I'm sharing this because I think it's just such a kind gesture. I love
I'm happy that I made you content, Roz, but come on.
this video. As much as I was joking about the mac and cheese and stuff, like, before this moment, he was so unsure about being involved, like, publicly. He's always been such a private person.
I don't know about that. Fifi 4?
I genuinely
blush, maybe.
like, obviously it's been 2 months since this was filmed, and it just didn't even like compute to me, you know, how this could all turn out, and just with everything that was happening during the Texas trip and everything on like the back end, like the bad stuff, the
That looks like it came out the back end, to be fair.
harassment, the doxing attempts, the wellness check, where someone sent a wellness check here for me when my brother was home alone, you know, like all these things that have happened. I can't express like what it means to me that he has been so supportive and wants to be a part of my life, including my internet life.
Crab.
And yeah, I made a lot of jokes about the mac and cheese and all of that, and
That's because you have food aggression and you are you have to be in control of everyone's taste buds, even when you're in Florida and he's in Texas. When you were there, he told you he didn't really care for onions and you were not very happy. You can say you're joking, but you're just fucking rude and you don't respect other people's num-nums.
you know, that's just for fun, right?
Sugar.
But this was the sweetest fucking thing. And he's done so many sweet and incredible things. I feel like I don't even know where to begin with that. And
He enables you.
I genuinely feel like the luckiest girl in the world. And like, I know this video is kind of cutesy and whatever, and
Is it?
I know some people love to hate on that, but this brought me so much joy, and I cannot wait to see
Did I say good morning, Renamuk? Good morning.
him again. And I wanted to put even more notes than I did, but I didn't want to like be too distracting with the notes on the
You didn't want to know how fucking rude you are to him on a regular basis.
screen.
I just had to add enough so you guys know what a cunt I am, but I don't want to be a complete cunt because then you guys are going to say I mistreat him.
But
Yes, him scratching his balls was so cute. He had the full-on claw on his nuts. And then he touched his num-num.
he's the best thing that's ever
Scar, send me a video of you eating mac and cheese. She is a decade older than him, right? She's 9 years older than him, yes.
happened to me. Hands down. Hands down. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day wherever you are, and stay true.
What about morning?
Bye, guys.
Okay, guys, we did it. We made it through it, and you're welcome. We did it together. Poa poa. Now we're going to watch a retro. It's been a while since we've watched it, but I do want to hear Roz talk about outrunning bears with chocolate in her pocket. I did not enjoy that. Don't lie to me, Jessica. You loved it. Mornings are for losers. I did not enjoy a single second, but we did it. We did. Okay. Back it up. Okay. Reminder, aren't you exhausted, made this?
Fucking real right now. Hi, welcome to me.
Look how damn dainty she looks right here.
Hi, editing Rosie, cutting in real quick.
Already? Well, that's quick.
Just want to say hi, hello, what's up? I just got
Look at her teeth, though. Like, such a difference. Look at her smile right here. And look at this. What a shift. Make sure y'all are taking care of yourself. I understand dental stuff. It's difficult, but what a difference.
What's up? I just got home from work. I basically work 8-hour days, and then I spend about an hour after work giving rides home to people. I make like an additional $30 in gas money doing that. It's working out well
A day.
for me so far. I wanted to just jump in here to remind you guys, if you want to become a member, this video today was what was voted on in the comments of my members only live. I did my first like eat with me lunch live, and I was talking about
Don't worry, y'all. She's made up for doing her first one over the past 3 years. That's all her content has been, is food.
like what I was going to do. So if you guys want that kind of input, you want early access to this video, videos like this, any of my vlogs, as well as, you know, special treatment in the chat in my lives, and again, exclusive access to members only content, please make sure to sign up. It's only like $2.99 a month, starting out for tier 1, and there are higher tiers depending on how much you want to.
What do you have? What do you have? All right, lay on your burrito. Get cozy. A pin?
Support channel. It is all very much appreciated. I hope you guys enjoy the story time. Later. Y'all, I'm going to pre-record this story time because it's currently topical to things that just happened right now. I don't know when this is going to come out because a lot of the story time is old, but in terms of like what happened in my life, but I wanted to share the story, and there's an update as of literally like an
Okay, so Roz is about 32 here, and she's telling us a story from when she was like 18, her 3-month relationship.
hour ago to the story that started in fucking 2010, dude.
Oops,
I
sorry,
wanted to go
microphone.
ahead and tell you guys the story of my first real relationship. So, as with most things in my life, this is going to have a major trigger warning. There is going to be mention of self-unaliving, predator behavior towards minors, and just some dark themes, unfortunately. Nothing too graphic. I'm going to try to censor some of the more graphic parts
2 months when she was 18.
of the story. It's really intense, and it's
Like camping.
entirely surrounds like the first real relationship I ever had. So I've discussed in the past like the bullying, things like that, and how I dropped out of high school. And before I dropped out of high school, I had to switch classes around several times because I would switch between the tech degree and whatever the other degree was called. I think like the lit degree for getting your high school diploma. And so in the middle of the year, I switched into home ec, and this is how I met this person.
This was the first thing I saw of her from Charlie. Oh,
I'm not gonna give him a fake name, and in fact, if I end up saying names, I may end up just having to like bleep and blur and edit. So I'll do my best. But my first ever ex is very different from the guy that I've referenced as my ex, because I really don't think about this guy or talk about this guy. And there's a reason why I'm making this video, because it wasn't of my own.
hey, Lizara. With how she acts, it's insane that she's the same age as me. Not saying that I have it together, but she acts like she's still in middle school. Her and Rim Job do as well. They act like a tee-hee hang up first.
Fruition. It really just kind of brought up all these memories, and I'm like, you know what?
Is this how she met the bear? Yes.
Gonna use this as an opportunity to just like talk about this, make this video, and share what happened and everything. So we became friends. After initially, I didn't even like him. I thought he was annoying. It's kind of like a
Wow.
weird kid, as I was too. We would like walk in the hallways to lunch, and people started their chitter chatter about us liking each other. And eventually, I realized I was like, oh shit, I think I might like this guy. And so eventually, I told him over the phone, and he didn't say like anything for a couple days.
Has Roz ever been in a relationship where they wanted to approach her first? I know her ex was her number one client, to be fair, on the Fifi site where she was rubbing her body. But as far as like Rim Job, Jeff, Kirby, in recent history and even here, did anybody approach her?
Right? Or it was like a really long time. And then he ended up calling me and telling me that he liked me and he wanted to go out with me. There was a weekend, basically.
Remy approached her first, but not in a romantic setting. He reached out to her in a friendship. He was in a relationship. Roz said after a week, she was like, I want to be with him.
And then I went back
because she said she could get no read off of him if he was attracted to her.
to school, and he was acting really weird. And that's when I found out that he was moving to Kentucky. I grew up in Georgia. I went to high school in Georgia. So we broke up, but we did like this weird friends with benefits thing for like until the end of the school year. And then he moved to Kentucky, and this was in like 2010. So internet wasn't like it is today. So he lived in like the sticks. He had no internet access of any kind. The only thing he would have is sometimes he was able to get his mom's cell phone. And this was like when calling after 9 was when it was free. So like I basically told him I would like wait for him. And that
Why?
was indefinite at that point. And so for about 11 months to a year, you know, I remember specifically, like, there was at least one day where we started talking at 9 and we talked until the sun rose. And I had like a little slider phone with like a horizontal keyboard.
Like a sidekick?
Maybe it was called the Envy. I don't remember, but it was red. If I remember too, I'll go look at my Facebook. I think I have a picture of me with the phone. I'm thinking, in fact,
Does this add to the story at all? Like a selfie of you? Is this pertinent to your first relationship? How long ago was this? July 16th, 2024.
I think I have a picture of me talking to him on the phone, like during this period of time. If I can find it, I'll put it up here. And he ended up calling me one day and telling me that he was moving back. And we end up like going to hang out, and we had a third friend. He was this really skinny emo dude. He's not super relevant to these stories, but he's sprinkled around a little bit there.
Does him being a skinny emo dude have to do with this story? Did he look like Rim Job?
And we all went and hung out. And I remember it was March 24th because my birthday is November 24th.
Wow.
March 24th was also the birth, or my birthday was November 24th. March 24th was the birthday of someone that was like significant to me in high school. So March.
Y'all, I don't remember shit like this. This is only 2024. Yes. I don't remember shit like this. Like dates.
24th was like.
That's why I had to have my anniversary on a holiday.
Kind of a big day in my.
I remember this date was March 24th because my birthday's November 24th. So it was very significant.
My head for those correlations. And I also.
Whoa, her memory is really good. It's the concussion. Sometimes they just bring everything back.
Remembered it so well because I took one of the best selfies I've ever taken in my life.
Wow.
And so like I would see it online and stuff. So kind of.
I need to know if y'all remember the date you guys took selfies. On, I don't know. Let's pick a random date. July 28th. I took the best selfie 14 years ago.
Reinforced that date in my head. I know that's so silly, but like especially at the time.
Happy anniversary down by the river. Not particularly.
This was pre me even knowing like what Reddit was. So
wow.
You know, like this is just like completely unresolved trauma, Rosie over here.
And I think we're still at that point because you refuse to actually address the problems with the therapist. You just want to talk the lore of girl world. Was this before or after Pencil Knee? This after.
Which is why I accepted what I ended up accepting. So he asked me out, and I think he asked me out kind of at the behest of this friend. And we dated for a total of 5 months. Now, we need to really, I like to bring up how I set that stage up because I basically, especially at the time, I believe I fell in love with him like during the year he was gone. Like, because I missed him so much. And I was like, that was like when I got my GED. That was when I, like while he was gone, was like when I worked at Target season.
Gosh, she talks in circles. Check the Burb app. Okay. I don't get what having a flip phone had to do with any of this. I don't get. That's a reference from a show, Buns, by the way. The show Big Mouth. But she's talking about her phone, selfies. I don't know what these have to do with the storyline. Skinny emo guys.
And I was just kind of floating in life and like I didn't really have a direction. And then all of a sudden I had a boyfriend for the first time. Cool. And, you know, we would like go to the park in a subdivision and look up at the full moon and talk about having our wedding under the moon. And like we, he was my date to my sister's wedding. She's still married to her husband. Like he's in our fucking wedding photos and our family photos and stuff. Like,
congratulations to your sister. Hi, Bella.
He had the audacity. As I tell you the story, you'll understand why I say this. He had the fucking audacity to dance with me to the song "Amazed" by Lone Star and lip sync the lyrics to me.
Reminder: in Today History, she showed that song to Rim Job, the exact same song.
When I don't think,
and now it's one of their songs. Hi, Candy Kitten.
He ever actually liked me for any moment of any time. I think he used me. And again, we're gonna get into all that because I think that we were friends, and I think that he liked the attention I gave him. I think that he liked the.
So similar to Rim Job, how you inflate his ego.
Benefits of dating me. I had a car. I was young and dumb, and so like when we would go out, I tend to like pay for like the food and stuff. Like this experience dating this guy I completely changed how I operate around dating and men entirely after this experience.
That's why you started dating Jeff after you fucked his sister and he had alleged SA allegations. Wait, yeah. And I worded that correctly, I believe.
So
she lives in the past because she hasn't done anything with her life since high school.
But during the time that we were dating, that 5-month period, I became friends with a girl that I had known growing up. She was friends with another girl that I had met through the church. She wasn't Mormon, but the girl I met.
There are ways you can word this story that I don't need all these additional details. You can just say, I became friends with somebody.
Through the church.
I don't need the church stuff. Is it pertinent? Let's find out together.
They had like a lot of...
How old was she when this story was happening? 18.
Stuff between them, but we reconnected in like adulthood when I was 19.
Oh, 19, excuse me. So it started at 18 into 19.
I remember specifically when we went to lunch at Panda Express, and then suddenly we were like
Who the fuck remembers this? Then we went to Panda.
best friends, and we became the Three Musketeers, me, him, and her. And we would hang out all the time. At the time, I would recall that summer as the best summer of my life, because I had friends, I had a boyfriend. I was like a full year out from the trauma of high school and all the bullying. I had done a little bit of work in therapy. I was still very much immature and young, and like I had a long way to go and figure shit out. But
now she's super mature. In the year of 2026, Roz is emotionally intelligent and quite mature.
Moment, absolutely, that was like the best summer of my life. And then like as time went by, I remember there was a specific incident where my mom came to me and she was like, she expressed concern because she felt like acting a little too close, and I was
This is why she's so damn confusing. It's the politician in her.
extraordinarily offended. I was very angry. I ended up getting a boyfriend. Oh fuck, I'm not centering it. So this girl, fuck. So this like, she expressed concern because she felt like acting a little too close, and I was extraordinarily offended. I was very angry. I ended up getting a boyfriend. Oh fuck, I'm not centering it. So this girl, fuck. So this girl ended up getting a boyfriend. This boyfriend, I'm going to refer to him as V, a random letter.
Why, Roz? What does this have to do with anything? She didn't drop out her freshman year wasted. She was in high school for 4 years. She dropped out because she didn't want to do a 5th year of high school because of her bouncing from different schools over and over. She didn't have the credits that she needed to graduate.
That's not relevant to his name either, but we're just going to call him V. And
I love V for Vendetta.
And so I was just extremely offended, and I didn't agree with that. So we hung out all the time, the three of us. We all were like unemployed, early teen adults, like just trying to figure shit out. Yeah, like that's just the phase I was at in life at that time. It was in like early 2012 that like I started working and like kind of getting more into a step in life.
Okay, does after this story have anything to do with the story?
But so August 24th at 2:00 in the morning.
Now it's August 24th. Wow, that's awesome. Another 24. It all comes together.
He reaches out to me over Facebook and breaks up with me. And I'm distraught, and he ends up coming over the next day and like consoling me, and like we're talking.
Welcome back, Sergey.
Whatever, and according to him, there's no one else, whatever. 2 days after that, both of them were at my house. Unbeknownst to me, while I was on my laptop scrolling on Tumblr, they were in my driveway, and after she got off the phone with her boyfriend, they kissed in my driveway. For the first time.
Wow, so you guys were broken up and then they kissed after a 2-month relationship.
And it's important to note here that before this girl got a boyfriend, she would talk about this crush she had on a guy all the time and how great he was.
The guy happened to be my then boyfriend's closest friend. This was not V. You've lost me already, Roz. Okay.
All of these things. And she would always talk about how much she wanted to date him. And I'd be like, well, he's single. Like, just like try to express interest. And when I tried to like match make, she got really weird. That's going to be really important to the story later. About 5 days after.
How did she pay for the stuff if she was unemployed? She said he used her car. She paid for his stuff and she had a car. Hi, Kate. Maybe her mother was giving her an allowance.
After we broke up, 5 or 6 days after we broke up, they were at my house with me. No one else was home. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm on my little fucking NV keyboard phone. And V ends up texting me and informing me that my now ex, my first relationship had just ended, found out that he had a crush on my best friend. I flip my shit because they're both in my room. So I just start hollering and I'm like,
this is some teenage bullshit. She's retelling this story at 32 and she still sounds like it has hurt her just as bad as it did when she was fucking 19 years old. This is some teenage bullshit. All of this sounds like some early 2000s or early 2010s indie drama movie that Sundance loved, but nobody else did.
Get your ass in my car. I'm taking you home. Da 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 da. I'm like, and because I think that I think she had to wait for a ride or something. I don't know. I just know that I was pissed. And
these are all college age people, right? 19.
I was like, you need to come outside immediately. Like, don't fucking make me wait. Da 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 da. I get into the car and I'm waiting and I'm like, really just, I'm heated and I'm hurt. I'm really hurt.
I understand having your feelings hurt, but all of this, I don't know, over a decade later.
He comes
and yet she was telling Stefan those chats were from 6 years ago.
Comes out and
Let them.
to this day, I don't think my parents know this, and my dad's probably gonna watch this video, so Dad, I'm sorry. But at the house we lived in at the time, we had this really long
Really,
curved
Bella?
driveway. And so I was like waiting at the top of it by the garage. So he comes out from the back door and he walks up to the door that like goes in between our garages, and he punches it with all of his might, to the point that later I did see knuckle indentations, but they were soft enough that no one ever noticed.
Was it kind of like your weed bump? None of us notice it, but it's definitely there.
But
It was like a dramatic weed bump.
oh my God, I was
Soft knuckles.
mortified by that because like had my parents found that out, oh my God, they would have, my ass would have been grass, man. They would have been pissed. But I mean, it wasn't my fault, but at the same time, he was my friend, my ex, right? But anyway,
They dated 2 months. What the fuck? First, the girl ain't your friend. The guy didn't even stay around long enough for boyfriend status. Good Lord. There are guys' names I don't even remember.
Wait.
What the fuck is a weed bump? I still don't know. Well, Roz. This is my favorite story. I don't care how many times I'm asked. Roz said she smoked unregulated marijuana out of vape cartridges. And one day she felt such a pressure in her skull from the weed, and her skull popped. There was a loud pop, and a bump appeared in her forehead on her skull. And a neurologist that she was fucking poked her head and said, "That is a bump." Yeah, weed bump.
and he gets in the car and we're talking, and then I ask him directly, I think intuition, because I didn't know this yet. I asked, I was like, have you kissed her? And he paused, and I asked again, and he
There's no way. Yes.
said no. 2 days prior he had. So the next day was when I went to the park, and I went to the park with him and the skinny emo friend. It was just the 3 of us, and they sit me down, and that's when they informed me that they had kissed and that he had been too scared to tell me, basically without, I guess, emotional support. I don't know.
Well, let's see how you were behaving during this breakup. I would probably not want to tell you shit either.
I don't know. You're the one fucking around and acting like an asshole. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, even this reaction 14 years later, I can understand, even if he's a loser, why he wouldn't want to tell you that. Why haven't I heard that? We have the clip of it. And she brings it up all the time.
So I remember, like,
I mean, so do I, to be fair. It's my favorite story. Kara's is pencil-y, mine's weed bump.
like I just shut down. Like everything, everything shut down. I stood up. I was like catatonic a little bit, if I remember correctly. Like I just
Catatonic from the 2-month relationship, and afterwards, after you guys had broken up, he kissed another person.
was just like expressionless, stood up, walked away, and then I walked, like, it was like a big loop in a park with a giant pond up in Jasper, Georgia. There's been a lot of renovation since, but at the time it was mainly just like the pond, the sidewalk, maybe a couple picnic tables, not much else.
Can I ask, did she, maybe I zoned out, did him punching the garage have to do with anything? Did we get any more of that story of why it mattered?
And
Or it's just an additional detail?
as I'm walking, and there's like other people around, I just silently have tears like streaming down my face, like
Did you have your headphones on and sunglasses?
full on, like dramatic,
Tears.
like welts of tears just pouring down my face. I'm not making any noise. I'm just silently sobbing.
Hearing you read that out loud, I guess I should have said I don't remember the full names. I recall first names. It's just last names that don't stick in my brain. I'm great with faces. Names, awful.
And I finished the loop, and then I kind of wander off a little bit, and there was this like clear pasture. It was really circular. I used to describe it as like, it kind of looked like the low budget version of that scene in Twilight when they go into that circular grove. And
Whoever said Mormon vibes of Twilight, you win this round.
like the sun's like, ah, like it was like a low budget version of that. And then, so I walk into the center of that field, and then I just collapse on the ground, and then I just
God, why? Why me? I feel like it was like that. Sorry, that was dramatic on my part, but that's all I'm imagining.
have a full sobbing moment.
Oh, see? Yeah.
And I was like trying to call friends because I just needed someone to talk to, and it wasn't going to be either of those fuckers. I just needed someone to talk to, and no one was picking up the phone. And my parents and I had a very tumultuous relationship at the time. I did not trust them. We had not recovered from a lot of things yet. So it was kind of a big deal that I called
They didn't raise her as autistic, so she had to heal from that still.
my mom in this moment, because I normally tried to keep everything away from them because I didn't have a relationship of trust with my parents.
Get a gurnal.
And so when I call her and I'm like crying and I'm explaining to her what I found out, what happened, she just went real cold, like not at me, but just like
Did someone ask her the story? Why is she telling it? She said on her members only that it won a vote, that they wanted a storyline. Also, it's funny how mad she is at her parents for that. The Twilight writer is an ex-Mormon, as I have heard. There are some weird fucking things in that book.
She had a
I can only imagine trying to raise her. Not me.
positive opinion of this
I
guy
can't imagine it. Nope. Mm-mm.
until this moment. This was the moment he died to her. I told her, and that's explaining to her what I found out, what happened. She just went real cold, like not at me, but just like, because she had a positive opinion of this guy until this moment. This was the moment he died to her.
He died to her.
I told her, and that's when he walked up and he heard me
Because he began a relationship after you guys broke up. Okay.
say,
So he's dead to her. Done.
Mom, and he's like, no, like what the fuck, like whatever. Don't be a piece of shit then if you don't want my mom to hate you, fucker. And so
You guys were broken up. He started a relationship after. Oh, look, neck sighting. Miss you.
then this is where I've mentioned the story. So this is where I was sitting in that field. The sun was starting to come down. We were going to need to go because my mom
What an empath.
was like, come home immediately. And that's when I got chased by bears. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking.
She has deleted the live. I know I've covered it at some point. Don't ask me when. Don't ask me where. I believe Libby's covered it as well. Roz admitted that this is a lie. She admitted that this is a lie. She said, look at me. Look how fat I am. The bear was like 2 football fields away. But for the dramatics of it all.
To come down, we were going to need to go because my mom was like, come home immediately. And that's when I got chased by bears. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. Like, that was the day, the moment that the bears chased us. We were sitting in the field. The skinny emo friend was by the car. All of a sudden, I see him. When I say he was running full speed, I'm talking Sonic Super Hedgehog motherfucker.
Once again, the bears were 2 football fields away.
Fucking like go gadget go mode. Like, I had never seen that kid move that fast in my life. And he's saying something as he's running, and as he gets closer, it was kind of like that like sonar moment where he's just going like bear 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 bear. So it was like started out quiet, got really loud, and then got
I know, sugar.
quiet again as he ran past me. And I went, huh? And I look up, and lo and behold, right there by the car, 2 fucking brown bears. And I'm
Okay. I love when she says she doesn't lie. Ross, you sounded saying, I love when she says she doesn't lie, but this story has changed. Once she deleted that live, she took back up the story that she ran from bears with chocolate in her pocket. No, ma'am. The bear wasn't by your car and you like psyched it out. Oh, Jesus, I am so my microphone. I have to face fuck it. But you didn't like juke it and you like ran around. Ma'am, stop it.
on the phone with a friend at this point, and we have to walk through the woods, like all the trees in that circular area, because on the other side of that was a paved road. So we had to cross through that. And I was on the phone with her. I was explaining to her what happened. She's like, well, as long as you don't have any food on you, you should be okay. And I was like, so-and-so? She was like, yeah. What if I told you I had 2 pounds of chocolate in my purse right now because I was on some fat activities that day? I guess
2 pounds of chocolate in her bag. No one has her saying that she lied. She keeps telling us she never lies. Also, you can't outrun a bear chasing you. I don't run from animals. I'll probably just be mauled, to be fair. Why does she need 2 pounds of chocolate? Well, she's dainty. Look at her. She had a neck.
CVS had like some sales going. I don't know. And this is like, again, after an extremely emotionally like draining situation. They both turn back and go, what? In retrospect, it was funny. In the moment, it was absolutely terrifying. So
Yes, Bella.
I was just like, sorry. So we get to the road and we start walking. So we have to basically take a really long route to go all the way to like where the car is. And it seriously delayed us. And so as that's happening, we see the bears were like just where we were at, and they were like sniffing around and everything. And so we're just like trying to like book it.
Roz, you didn't graduate, but when you left school, you were 400 pounds. I don't have to be fast. I just have to be faster than the slowest person. I'm sorry. I just can't believe that you're outrunning bears. Lying like this when you're 32 is very weirdly. Black bear can be about 300 to 500 pounds, depending on age, sex, location, and can run at 35 miles per hour. Yeah, no. See, I'm just gonna die. I accept it.
And then they followed our path. Like they might have, honest to God, smelled the chocolate in my purse. I don't know. So we finally get to the car, and once I got close, I like, again, I was like 500 pounds at this point still. And
No, she's 500 pounds. Excuse me. So she's 500 pounds, booking it as she's Sonic the Hedgehog running past these bears.
And so
They stood no chance with a wild Roz.
but I had youth on my side, so I booked it to the car, like my version of go gadget. And we get in the car and like I'm just like, this is crazy. And
Is Go-Go Gadget known for being fast or just making inventions? Sugar.
like I told my mom, and she didn't believe me. And honestly, I
She weighs more than a bear. The way my feelings would be hurt if you told me I weighed more than a bear. Listen, it happens, but the way my little feelings would be so hurt.
get it. I get
Oh, I have my feelings hurt thinking about it.
it. I get it. But she got mad at me and she thought I was lying. I wasn't.
When?
And and it was 2 days
Uh,
after that that things took a really dark turn. She had been going on prior.
the bear wasn't a dark turn? Oh my God, how much does a bear weigh? Well, GSH was saying, where is it? Where's that ASL of the bears? I lost it. GSH, can you tell me how big bears are again? What was it? 300 to 500 pounds, you were saying?
A lot of emotional manipulation on his side. He was self-harming and kind of using that as a mode of manipulation. And one night we went to the park in the subdivision. So this story's a fucking roller coaster. So I guess I was just laughing, but this is very serious and not funny. And this fucked me up.
So that was relevant? I guess so. It had to do with her breaking down in the twilight circle of whatever it was as she fell to her knees, silently sobbing, asking God, why me? What did I deserve or do to deserve my ex-boyfriend kissing a friend of mine after we've broken up? Why me? I've never done anything.
For many years, honestly. And
I shared in Nikki's chat last night. I started watching Roz at 364 pounds, sitting to cook, suffering from a traumatic lung injury. Yesterday, I'm officially under 300 and hiked with your dogs. Crab life. Look at you doing the damn thing.
we just found all this out. All this was going on. He was scared to lose me as a friend. And
Remember, she read Twilight before the movie? She read all 4 Harry Potter novels before they were published.
because I had just said, like, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I think I need to like walk away and heal. I didn't want to be, I was like, I don't think I want to be friends anymore. Like, I don't think this is good for me, kind of a vibe, even though I didn't want to cut off connection with him. And my best friend seemed conflicted. She had a boyfriend, but she had feelings for my boyfriend,
Ex-boyfriend.
now ex-boyfriend too. And the instrument that he had on him,
220 to 600 pounds. So she could maybe body a bear? Huh.
is what he used to self-harm. He was standing in front of us, and I don't remember a lot of the conversation, but at some point he pulled out that instrument and opened it, and
This is Degrassi.
he went to his in front of us. And so
So we're done with the bears? Yeah, we're done with the bears. It's like the unicycle. You want it to be the star of the show, and we only get like a small hint of it.
when he did that, I panicked and I jumped him. I literally ran at him, tackled him to the ground, and I was on the side of the instrument. And this girl did the same thing after me on the other side. And he was very strong.
I don't know. If a 500-pounder tackled me, I probably would back away as well.
So strong that in hindsight, I eventually realized that if he had wanted to overpower me, he could. But he
No, she tackled the ex because he was threatening schmarm.
used just enough restraint to make me fight as I tried to rip the instrument out of his hand.
Uh-huh. I can't follow. She babbles so much. It's intentional.
And at some point I started screaming, and we're talking, this is like 11 o'clock at night in a park in like a suburban neighborhood in northern Georgia. And like, so we're in like the parking lot where like the pool is and the playground is. And there's no one else there except the guy that my friend was dating was waiting in the car for this conversation we were having. He heard me screaming, and thank God he ran out and he was able to get the instrument out of his hand. And this is where me being like a 19 teenager comes into play, and I was a big old fucking idiot. We didn't call the police.
What the fresh fuck is this whole story? It's one of her traumas.
We didn't call any adults.
Has she posted an Instagram story?
We handled it on our own. If I remember
Mhm.
correctly, we basically did the thing where, like, because I think this was like a thing that was like a safety contract. It was kind of like a thing.
She has one right now. What is it? Okay, never mind. Nope. 15 minutes ago. Look at that. 15 minutes. We're not doing that because investigation discovery's already hit me. Fat, yes. Ugly, never. Body positivity community or something much darker.
Something much darker.
Okay, that's 13 minutes ago. Politely, madame, I don't
Meet
think so.
Stefan Wilhelmy. He started a body positive social media community.
Okay, yeah, right.
There are
Make sure you get all of the information out there so people know to watch you become a star. Which tab? Here it is. So those are her last 3 stories. It's about the documentary.
A thing with a lot of the emo friend groups that I had, where like you would write basically pledge to not hurt yourself. There's so many things I would do differently about this entire story.
Like not give a fuck that your ex was moving on. Okay.
If it was today, me, but that all happened.
She's pissed someone watched the documentary already before her. Hey, my imperfect. Has somebody watched it?
And it happened so fast.
Oh, make sure you add tears. Yes, yes.
It was so scary.
Uh-huh. I like this blouse on her. Sorry, as nothing. See her story?
Oh. These days.
Meet
This one?
Body positive community or something.
Which one is it? Is it this one?
For the young girls who are coming.
Which one is it? She added a caption. Is there another story? Okay, refresh. Where? Oh, if I would pay attention to the fucking horrible font in the bottom left corner, I would have noticed it. So some people got early access to watch. Interesting. But what about me? I matter. I'm the star. How fucking dare.
And I walked away and I kind of wandered like more towards the pool area because this was a little bit closer to the road by the sidewalk where the incident took place.
Did you drop to your knees again?
The fact that there were no witnesses, the fact.
Hi, Demo. Did I say hi to you in court? Good morning. Not gonna lie, I think the top is half cute. Yeah, it looks nice on her. And when her face was a little more facing, I think that hairstyle wasn't bad on her. But now because she has filled out her cheeks a little bit, I think she needs a little bit of longer hair.
That like no one else called the cops. It's like shocking to me, but here we are. And I remember it was like about a full moon or it might have not been a full moon, but the full moon was very big and mostly full at least.
I don't understand. I don't. What do all of these side details really have to do with this story? The bear didn't break up with you. The moon doesn't fucking matter. August 24th also doesn't fucking matter. March 24th doesn't matter. Your fucking slide phone doesn't matter. Your selfie doesn't matter. Skinny emo kid doesn't matter.
And I walked over, and for the second time in the span of like 2 or 3 days, I fell to my knees on the ground.
There we go. She did fall to her knees again.
And just looked up at the sky.
With outstretched arms, begging for the moon to take you away from this hellhole that we call life. Dear moon, protect me.
And broke down crying.
Wow.
That was the moment I realized I needed to stay his friend. And I proceeded to go through 3 months of horrific psychological abuse.
Okay, so you have the self-realization that you need to stay his friend, and then you say it was psychological abuse. Then it doesn't sound like you had the right epiphany.
In one of the most toxic dynamics I've ever experienced in my life.
Okay.
I found out during that time that while we were dating, my best friend had a crush on my boyfriend, and because she couldn't tell me that, she used his best friend's name in place of my boyfriend's name to tell me, oh, I like him so much, oh, da 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 da. She admitted to my fucking face that she lied about being assaulted to get attention from my then boyfriend before we broke up.
This sounds like something you might do, Roz. Fake stories to get attention, change the narrative to coercion, grooming.
And to be comforted, she completely fabricated a story from beginning to end and then had the gall to admit that to me.
Maybe you should learn to take accountability for your lies about such awful fucking accusations.
Still can't get over that one. We broke up August 24th. By September 6th, they were official. They ended up dating.
I thought you said it wasn't until like a week and a half later.
For 8 years. And honestly, in hindsight, what I ended up realizing was that was one of the best things that has ever happened to me. And again, we'll get into more on that in a bit, because I'm going to have to kind of gloss over some things just because the story is over the span of a decade.
Wow.
So, in that 3-month period, they had a pregnancy.
Right, Mama? Y'all were 19, dude. That happens at 19.
Scared. They asked me to be the godmother because when he and I were together, we never.
And I get her feelings being hurt. I really do. I'm sure it would hurt your little feelings if the first boyfriend you had decided to move on relatively quickly, within the next 2 weeks of dating someone you considered a close friend. Yeah, your feelings might be hurt, but it's not enough to cry to the moon goddess of help me, save me, tackling people. Like, walk away. Walk away.
Did the deed together. But within like days of them getting together, they were. And that.
How fucking dare. So when he was in a new relationship, they had consensual sex as adults. Like, he didn't fuck me, but he fucked her. How the fuck is this fair? This is not a good story. Seriously, Martyr Roz is no good. Look at that old fat tongue. I was devastated at 20. By 32, it was a story I'd forgotten until reminded, like just now.
That was one of the first indicators to me that I had been used. And
that once he was in a relationship with somebody new, they had the conversation and consensual decision to have sex.
That what I thought had been a good relationship wasn't. I was
Mama.
So used to being dehumanized. I was so used to being mistreated that just the potential like aspect that I was being treated positively felt like a good thing. When in actuality, I had been love bombed, and then
How were you love bombed? It seems like he didn't give you all that much attention.
Had been used, and then I had been discarded when something better was potentially coming along. And he manipulated his way into that relationship.
How? Your friend had a crush on him. How did he manipulate his way into the relationship if your friend was telling you she had a crush on somebody else, but it was actually the boyfriend? How is this different from Remy love bombing her? I don't know. Pretty privilege.
Some shit happened. I eventually got so sick of it. Like, it was like they were purposefully very like PDA in front of me to a point that was like really inappropriate. Like, even if it wasn't within that situation, like the level of like.
Did she not ask him out first? She said she asked this guy out first.
Things they would do.
She said she had a crush on him. He didn't tell her anything at first, and then he later reached out to her saying he was interested in her. Good morning, Andrea.
In front of me, bordered on like X-rated sometimes. It was just really, really fucking inappropriate. And I'm still a recovering people pleaser. And
is that a schmishmiction? Roz has a tendency of people pleasing. She can't please her audience, but she's a recovering people pleaser. She attends meetings for people pleasing.
I look back at that situation and I just want to shake myself. But I don't know what else to say other than I didn't know better. And I was so broken. And at that point,
Oh, is Shirley in here? Good morning, Shirley.
Was so scared of being the reason that someone killed themselves because he had.
We couldn't edit that out. Self-murk.
Successfully manipulated me. Eventually, I got so angry and hurt and just like, I eventually just kind of woke up a little bit, not fully, but a little bit. And I just said, fuck them all and cut them off for a time. We ended up reconnecting. And this was around the time we reconnected. I was like 21-ish. And
she meant she's a recovering purple people eater.
And that was around the first time I'd started like partaking in the.
This is 14 years later, Kara. 14 fucking years. She said it started in 2010. 14 fucking years.
THC, and
2 months, 14 years.
we actually got rolled up on by police because we were idiots. And again, I don't think my parents know this because I successfully got away with this. I don't know how they would have responded. But basically he took the fall partially to seem like the good guy, but also he was purposefully like antagonistic with the cop.
Wait, she was with him for 2 months? Yes.
And I played it really cool. And he ended up taking the fall. And then when he found out the legal fee.
How is this different from Remy breaking up with his boyfriend like a week or two before starting to date Rosie? So would we classify Rem Job as a piece of shit and Roz's eyeballs, since this is kind of the same thing? This boyfriend moved on quite quickly to be with somebody else.
He blackmailed me and tried to extort me by threatening to use his girlfriend's mom to contact my parents if I didn't pay a certain amount of the legal fees.
You said you were involved in the story. He took the fall with the police and he asked you for some of the money for the legal fees because he took the fall. My mom's going to call your mom.
With money I didn't have. But I basically ended up paying the blackmail. Which the timing of this.
The fall for what? Police pursued them. There was weed in the car and he took responsibility for it.
Was shortly after the other blackmailing story I've shared in the past that's unrelated to this.
The digital grape.
Which is just crazy. My life was insane. I don't know. So obviously we stopped being friends for a long time. And then for some fucking reason, after that, there was like one more reconnection.
Yeah, she owes legal fees. So therapy didn't help her with this either, huh? No. Blackmail equals something she dead ass did, but didn't want her mom to know about.
That happened. And this is like where I was a piece of shit. So
this is where, not the rest of the story? Okay.
Heads up on that. But I felt justified at the time.
Y'all listen to this.
And I had no remorse at the time. I don't even know if I necessarily have remorse, but I have regret because I'd rather would have just had the maturity to have walked away and just figured out how to heal on my own. But this is one of the shittiest things I've ever done. We had reconnected and we were hanging out at.
So did you guys go over Rim Job picking at his peen over the mac and cheese? Yes, we even focused on the peen. We looked at how his hand was nice and cupped, and then how it was hugging things.
At this girl's house. It was just the three of us. And she had gone off to go do something with one of her friends, and he and I were just hanging back. And he had been like slowly setting up the stage.
Does anyone know what Tiny Blue's video is? The We're All Insane podcast. Tiny, if you're still in here, you mind letting me know?
Like the night before, he randomly like played like adult content off of like a PS2 or 3 or something, some kind of console on the TV. And we sat on the back porch the night before, and he told me all these stories about like how hot he thought all of his then girlfriends, my ex-best friends, friends were. I think he had
all the additional story sprinkles. I keep getting lost.
Already gotten caught at least cheating one time by this point. He cheated on her a lot. And
okay, we're gonna summarize up till this point. So Roz had a boyfriend for 2 months. They first were talking. He moved away. When he got back, they got into a relationship. It ended pretty quickly. After about a week, he was dating somebody she considered a friend. A couple of years later, when she was about 21, because she was upset, she decided to sleep with him to get back at said friend. There you go. There we are.
With multiple of her friends, too. He's just, God, he was a piece of shit. Piece of shit.
What does that say about you? You're calling him a piece of shit, but what about you in this storyline? She just keeps going and going and going and going. I agree, Star.
And he like purposefully like mentioned every person in her life that I knew, plus more, except for me. And I remember I asked like what he thought about me or whatever, and then that ended up bridging into us hooking up. And
there you go.
And I did not fully realize like how much resentment I held towards this girl, because yeah, he broke my heart. He hurt me, and that sucked.
2 months.
But that girl was my...
And this is years later at this point. A 2-month relationship. They're still together. The friend and her ex. Years later, to get revenge on said friend, she sleeps with him because it's her fault for taking her man. So he didn't think Roz was hot, but I'm in therapy for that shit. Oh, I missed something. I'm bitter and call most of my exes a piece of shit. Fair, fair, fair. Oh, this is why she likes misery business so much.
Best friend.
But seriously, was this story labeled the bear story for her members, or was it just a story time? It's labeled my first boyfriend left me for my best friend. I'm not sure what her members only live was at this point where she asked them what they wanted to listen to. I don't know if she was like, do you guys want to hear about the time a bear chased me? Or if she said, do you guys want to hear about my first boyfriend?
Like, we had become inseparable. At that point, we had been best friends. And then he broke my heart. He hurt me, and that sucked. But that girl was my best friend. Like, we had become inseparable. At that point, we had been best friends.
So she met the friend after she was already dating the boyfriend. So within at least 2 months, she had met this girl. They became best friends.
And then she just turned on me. And to me, I guess it's like being the girl's girl kind of person. Like,
where in this story are you a girl's girl? Where in your life are you a girl's girl? Instead of just shutting the fuck up and letting the victims of Paradise share their story, you've made it about yourself and had a quote unquote respectable conversation with Stefan. In what world are you a girl's girl? Whenever you were giving rides to coworkers, you and the males in the vehicle had an arrangement, but the women, you kicked out an elderly woman in a random parking lot and threatened the cops on her. Tell me how you are a girl's girl, Roz.
I could literally never do that to my friend. I could never do what...
You mean like sleeping with her boyfriend? I could never do that. But you just mentioned how you hooked up with him because she went and hung out with another friend because you're a girl's girl. You could never do what she did, except fuck him. Okay. They kissed after you guys broke up. You hooked up with him while they were actively in a relationship.
She did to me, to anybody. And then you add on to the fact she lied about being assaulted. You add on the fact that she played some fucking wild mental games with me without me knowing.
Uh-huh.
And I think she faked a pregnancy scare too.
Quite an accusation if you're not sure, Roz.
I can't believe I went through that. And so...
Wait, she did what with the lady? Left her in a parking lot? Yes. The woman didn't even owe her money. She just said Roz was cheap for overcharging. Roz has already said in the other video we watched that in this video, that she was making $30 a day off of her coworkers for gas money. So a woman called her cheap because they were going in the same direction. It was like 10 minutes out of the way. It was like down the road. And she was making $30 a day. So a woman was like, you're cheap. And so Roz threatened the cops. She was like, I didn't even have to say anything. I had my phone out and she knew it was either get out of my car or I was going to call the cops on her. And left her in the evening by herself in a parking lot.
We ended up hooking up and she ended up eventually finding out and she stayed with him. Basically that all happened. I was single at the time.
Just like, they were whenever they kissed for the first time.
But I was the other person and I did it at her house. So it was like, at the time for me, it was like you kissed him at my house when we had just broken up. Now we're even.
Broken up. They are in a relationship.
Benches. That was.
How hot is it out? How much longer do we have in this video? We have 20 minutes. I'm going to do a quick intermission so I can get some water, let Bunches out while I get some water. Y'all behave. Who are we putting in charge today? Joy, you are in charge today. I will be right back. Y'all behave yourselves.
Tough luck, babe. Struck out when you had about 30 chances. One bad day, now you don't know how to pay for the damage. I don't wanna climb. If I'm gonna fall back, it's a waste of time. Keep winning. How the hell do you make it look so easy? I'm spinning, and I can't seem to get back on my feet. Yeah, I might give up, 'cause I'm falling down now. Won't be good enough. I miss it. Those days when nothing ever really mattered. So willing to give it all deep into you might just shatter now. You're scared of time. hardly here. I am still burning slow. Though it's good, get out now. Is it time to go? Keep winning. How the hell do you make it look so easy? I'm spinning and I can't seem to get back on my feet. Yeah, I might give up, 'cause I'm falling down now. Won't be good enough. I miss it. Those days when nothing ever really mattered. So willing to give it all deep into you. Might just shatter now. You're scared of time. Gotta beat the clock now. It's all up to pride. Cut my face. Struck out when you had about 30 chances. One bad day. Now you don't know how to pay for the damage. I don't wanna cry. If I'm gonna fall back, it's a waste of time.
I'm back. Tomorrow or the next day, whichever time I'm live next. Funkle, don't let me forget. You're going to be in charge during the next intermission. Don't let me forget. Oh, I missed a super chat. Hold on. Where is it? I'll find it. Where? I heard you caught Charlie's issues. The mute button is dangerous. The next thing you know, you'll have an iPhone and Spectrum too. Well, I do have Spectrum, to be fair. But iPhone can't make me. Not happening.
Was my frame of reference at the time. Very, I would say, toxic, very immature, very like vengeful action on my part.
Mel's no, that's why they're in charge next time.
But I truly like
Joy. Thank you so much for bringing almonds to the party.
I hated her at the time, and
this is years after.
I was trying to not hate her, and like a part of me wanted to try to be friends, but I just deep down I hated her so much for being able to do that to me.
But you could sleep with him while they were in a relationship. Your friend did nothing wrong. Was it hurtful? Sure. But it was a 2-month relationship. They were single. They kissed. They were in a relationship. You hooked up with him. But you're a girl's girl.
And so the next day after all that had happened and she had come back and I'd kind of watched everything play out. And again, I'm trying to breeze by here because I've already been talking for 30 minutes. And we're still like 9 years ago right now. So actually, yeah, this story actually probably technically spans closer to 15 years and 10 years.
15 years storyline over 2-month relationship. Ugh.
But
I'm so sorry, Andrea. Hi there, right?
He just
good morning.
I remember he like treated me so carelessly and callously, like because I went to him basically was like, well, now what? Like what's going on? And he just was like, what do you mean? Like,
so she sleeps with him. And then she's like, so what about us? Are we going to be in a relationship now? Are you going to dump her because you did this with me? Roz, you get him or you lose him how you get him.
He just I remember he like treated me so carelessly and callously, like because I went to him basically was like, well, now what? Like what's going on?
Well, now what? I thought you only slept with him because you were mad. Why do I have to face fuck my microphone? So you and this guy, he cheats on his girlfriend. And you did that because you were mad at her, but you wanted a relationship with him. You said he'd already cheated on her before. This is who you want, Roz?
And he just was like, what do you mean? Like,
pick me, choose me, love me. You know she watches too much Grey's.
And he said,
hey, Sniper, I hope you're doing well. Trash.
Something to me. I wish I remembered what he said. I just don't. But I remember looking at him. I remember seeing the expression on his face. I remember, at the time, I didn't realize I was looking being a narcissist in the face. I didn't understand that.
Him, where's Mr. Scar when you need him? It's like he has a job or something. Unacceptable.
But this person is wholeheartedly a narcissist through and through.
Do you realize you call everybody a narcissist, Roz? You called Laurel a narcissist. I've seen other messages. Some of you reached out to me and shared messages, but asked me to keep them to myself. The way you treat people privately is quite interesting, Roz.
I
And you reach out to them first.
don't know, man. I had a theme. I've attracted like a few narcissists in my life. And he is by far absolutely one of them.
Uh-huh. I never liked a friend so much. I wanted to share an STI with them. What about siblings? Are you into that? Don't they say it takes one to know one?
I remember I looked at
I've never called anyone a narcissist. I'll say people have narcissistic tendencies or narcissistic traits, but I think it's a bold statement if I were to be like, you're a narcissist, because that, would imply that having a personality disorder is inherently bad,
his face and I was
which isn't always the case, Bad people are everywhere.
like,
And
wow,
good people.
wow, you
Yeah.
really are a piece of shit. Like in my head, I was like,
That was a ramble on my part. I'm so sorry.
I'm grossed out. I'm over this. I'm done. And I walked away.
Sky.
He tried to pop him back up a few times. And the last time he had tried to pop up, I was in my mid-20s. And he came to me after having blackmailed me, after everything that had happened, everything he had done. He came to me when we weren't friends to ask me for money for a cell phone bill. And I was like, are you really asking me for money? Like, really? After everything you've done? Like that. I wasn't even yelling at him. I wasn't even like being malicious or anything. I was like, are you serious? Like, I'm a little offended.
A little? I'd be like, okay, you're dumb. Anyone they don't like or doesn't like them equals narcissist. That's how it's implied. I'm telling you, y'all. Roz, when she reaches out to people, when she's mad, if they call her out on her quote unquote, we'll say shenanigans, she calls everybody a narcissist. If you disagree with her, it's because you're a vile narcissistic POS.
You have the gall, the gumption to do that. And he freaked out at me, yelled at me.
Corbin, good morning.
Gaslit me, and just like,
there's an option. You could have just blocked him.
And then blocked me because I didn't give him the money.
Who is she talking about? Her ex of 2 months from when she was 19.
Money.
That after they had broken up, kissed her friend a week and a half later. They got into a relationship. Years later, they were still together. Ross decides to sleep with him, then is quite offended that he didn't break up with a friend for her.
And that was the last time I talked to him. And I think he might have already started being in and out of jail at that point. It started out with petty drug charges, and then it escalated. And most recently, I think I've mentioned it in passing, like, I had been told
2 months, yes, 2 months,
by this girl that at some point we became Facebook friends. I actually just blocked her. We're about to get to that, but we became Facebook friends, even though I don't know. I think it was like part morbid curiosity, part just like whatever. Like, I did not.
And that's why she followed Emily. It was just morbid curiosity, not to comment on Emily's posts about Rarity.
Not consider her a friend, but we were Facebook friends.
Oh, yes. A 2-month relationship, 15 years prior. Yes, yes.
And she watches my stories on Instagram. She might see this video. And you know what? I don't regret that, because she might not be the same person that she was then. But what I found out was worth me cutting off contact, because I don't want people that do crappy things and or are crappy people to have access to me. I just don't.
Jeff.
He had been in and out of jail, and eventually at some point I found out he was starting to get into like harder stuff. Because at the time, Georgia had a...
What the fuck is this plot? The bears, the moon, the guy, the Facebook friend? Well, Aza, you see, that's the problem with Roz's story. Have you ever heard the accidental threesome? It starts with a library, unicycles, butterfly hair clips, pool, beaches. Yes.
Really extremely strict, like THC, like drug laws and stuff. And because at the time, Georgia had a really extremely strict, like THC, like drug laws.
Is she saying the THC was the harder stuff?
And stuff. And so he started getting into like white powdery substances and much more like harder shit and going to jail for those things. And then she confirmed to me that the most recent time he had gone to jail,
allegedly, because we ain't getting sued today,
was related to chomo charges.
That is an accusation if you don't have evidence.
Shit, and going to jail for those things. And then she confirmed to me that the most recent time he had gone to jail,
allegedly, because we ain't getting sued today,
was related.
Why wouldn't you look that up? Before you put that out there, why wouldn't you look that up?
Related to chomo charges. So this next part of the story is baffling to me. Fast forward to less than a week ago. I get a DM from a random profile with like a kind of anime-ish picture and a random name that I've never heard of before. And I'm just gonna read some text messages to you guys. So again, it's like a random profile, random name. An old friend,
probably Joy, yeah,
of yours named.
Don't say shit like that if you aren't 100% sure of it. Yeah, that's a. Wait, what charges? CSA.
Blank wants to know if he can contact you, ask me to message. And I go, blank who? One, because I was like, that was the name I ended up thinking of. It took me a second to think, like, who do I know with that name? Because it's been over a decade since a lot of this has happened. And then they go, blank, blank. And I say, what the fuck, why?
I guess we still had wet lung here.
And then something about wanting to connect with old friends. And I said, I'm more than good. Thanks for reaching out. And then they respond, okay, I'll let him know. And I hearted it. And then I walked away. This was, they sent it to, they sent the message on June 17th, but I didn't see it until like June 30th or roughly like July 1st, like in that area, give or take a couple days. And
okay, for other people, I'm going to pretend one of you needed the definition as well. Esoteric. Intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest. Prez, I love that you educate me every day because my vocabulary isn't necessarily great.
I left that alone. And my best friend, who I've known for a long time, who found out about the story like a long time ago, I contacted her and she's like, yeah, block him. And I was like, I will. And
has she been telling this story for 72 hours? That's what it feels like.
I didn't immediately. I will say this is blocked now. But because when I clicked on this profile, I haven't mentioned this part yet. When I clicked on this profile, it was newer. It was like a very new profile. It's a new account.
Wow.
A random name that just, I don't know, I got sussy vibes. And the only posts I could see and the only mutual friend I could see were the ones that this girl was tagged in, and there were a lot.
I mean, maybe psychotic, maybe. Are we esoteric? Because we're a small niche community that girl world
of posts. And then eventually I saw a second name, this other girl, and I knew that name. I know that was someone he was once very close with. Like, it was a name I recognized. And I was like, this is him. And he's pretending to not be him, I guess, to prevent me from like lashing out in response.
You slept with me and didn't choose me.
So,
Scar help you fold your laundry?
Tonight, about an hour before I started filming this, about almost 2 hours ago, I said something that I had typed up. So the first message I said, actually, you can pass this along, then I'll be blocking you and I want absolutely no contact ever again. And I sent her.
I can't even remember this many details about my serious relationship in high school. I bet she's told this story so many times. I think she starts speaking in things like they're scripts. Like she repeats them as unbelievable as they are, that it does sound like some fictional storyline that Roz has created.
Really long message. And I'm going to read parts of it. I'm going to have to censor some of it because some of the language is, I think, a little too graphic for TOS regarding some of the traumatic parts earlier. And I said blank, period, his name. While you have lacked a lot in...
Wait, so he reached out. Why would he be out of jail if he had those... What? Oh, okay, you're just getting under... What did you do to the green screen? How did it... Oh my God, you're making me extend my arm. To be fair, I've had people in prison somehow end up with cell phones and text me and be like, hey. And I'm like, no.
This life, the thing you have never lacked.
If there's a will, there's a way.
In his audacity. To even think that contacting me in any form ever again is absolutely proof of that. I shouldn't be as shocked as I was when you reached out. Last I heard, you were in jail for chomo charges.
Allegedly. Again.
Which is why I'm so shocked that blank is in contact with you at all. So when that happened, the reason I have a screenshot of the initial texts is because I took them, sent them to my best friend, and then I contacted that girl.
Another word, Prez? Hybristophiliac. Hybristophiliac.
Who I haven't spoken to in a long time. And I was like, I sent the text and I was like, are you aware of this? Have you heard from him? And that's when she told me, this woman with a whole ass child told me that she's been in communication with him and talking with him. Excuse me?
Did you look up his name to see if those charges were true? Because once again, that is quite an accusation to be making on your public platform of 51.9 thousand subscribers without being 100% like sure. You're just throwing that out there. Oh, thank you, Prez.
I didn't say anything to her back, like, significantly until tonight before I blocked her. Disgusting. Because I don't know a lot of details. I know that he had claims that it wasn't, that he was innocent.
Say it with me. Allegedly.
But disgusting. Because I don't know a lot of details. I know that he had claims that it wasn't, that he was innocent.
Say it with me. Allegedly.
But he was serving time for criminal charges. That's what I was told. But you know,
that's what you were told, but you didn't look it up.
Oh, the person who told me has lied about some serious shit. So it's like, is that
so? This
that true?
I thought she had bad memory only when it's convenient. It's either NDA, weed bump, concussions, psychosis.
I don't know now. And I don't care anymore. But anyway, and I continue, my God, she has a child. Then again, she did date blank and didn't immediately break up with him. I didn't even touch on this part. So the guy that she ended up dating, or that she was dating before she got with my then.
Does anyone know if Charlie is streaming tonight, by the way? Does anybody know?
Very recent ex-boyfriend. One night when we were all hanging out, he confessed to us that he had been a predator towards minors. And then again, she did date blank and didn't immediately break up with him. I didn't even touch on this part. So the guy that she ended up dating, or that she was dating before she got with my then very recent ex-boyfriend. One night when we were all hanging out, he confessed to us that he had been a predator towards minors. And
Jeff had alleged allegations against an individual as well, and you stuck by his side.
And this attributed to so much of my stress, because I skipped over some parts of this that are very.
How did we get here?
Dark about how I behaved, things that I did to myself. I went through so much stress. This was one of the first times where, like, I think I went through like 2 weeks.
Thank you, Funkle. I stopped listening to her because people were getting more than secondhand information from about an unreliable narrator.
I really couldn't eat. I remember one time I tried to eat like a medium fry from Burger King, and my stomach hurt so bad that I sobbed and I couldn't eat more than 2.
Yeah, this is a rehearsed story. She's not looking up and down as much as usual when she makes stuff up. I mean, she tries to remember.
2 fries because of the amount of stress that I went weeks where I really couldn't eat. I remember one time I tried to eat like a medium fry from Burger King, and my stomach hurt so bad that I sobbed and I couldn't eat more than 2 fries.
You were sobbing because of the fries? Is that what you were crying about? I'm not sure.
Because of the amount of stress that I went through during this period of time in my life.
When the individual confessed to you that they were predatory towards underage individuals, did you notify authorities?
And it was during that period of time that I found this out, and I was floored. I was so angry and grossed out, and I grilled him and I asked him all these questions because, like, I had a lot of unresolved trauma still about my experiences as a 6-year-old. And I had an opportunity to talk to someone who was like that. And I just remember leaving that conversation not feeling much better. So I don't recommend it. But
Roz does like to have conversations with, quote, I'm going to say alleged predators. She sure does like to align herself and make sure she has respectable conversations.
But she didn't immediately break up with him.
And you didn't immediately break up with Jeff. No, Jeff had to tell you he wasn't going to give you back the emotion that you were giving him.
And that's crazy. And I think even upwards of, like, in the past year, he tried adding me on Facebook.
What did we do to you? I think playing this Roz story is recognized as cruel and unusual punishment by 45 out of 50 states and torture by the United Nations. Well, we have to know the lure. You know, there's a lot of people that might stumble upon the documentary. They're going to want to learn about Roz and type in Quirky Love Roz, and they might stumble upon us. So we must welcome them with bears and chocolate.
Again, that guy. I don't want no part of that. I've not been friends with him.
That's sad. I feel for the child Roz was. I do. what she went through as a child, I'll always feel for. Who she is as an adult and the choices she's made and the allegations she makes against people when she regrets something. It definitely goes against the Geneva Convention.
Like a decade.
You smarty boy.
More. Like, seriously, more than a decade. When I say I have lived multiple Lifetime movies,
Why do we have to get to know each other like this? We just have to keep meeting like this. I have lived multiple Lifetime movies.
Been friends with him for like a decade or more. Like, seriously, more than a decade. When I say I have lived multiple Lifetime movies, I'm not
none of them romance.
Lying. I used to describe this whole arc that I'm telling you guys right now as a Lifetime movie. It very much is. Anyway, even still, she told me, and then I continued on. Even still, she told me,
Jessica, I hope it went well though.
About how abusive and disgusting you were to her. Honestly, just to cover my ass, allegedly. I'm absolutely baffled by both of you. I won't get into it, but there were times in prior conversations that she told me things.
Oh, Jessica, see, you fucked up. Maybe I should have let the two men on the call lead it. I forgot. What are you doing? Were you fucking trying to be a leader? That is a masculine trait. I need you to fucking calm down, Jessica. Ugh.
That really solidified that the best thing that ever happened to me was getting this monster out of my life. I've reached peaks of success in my life I never thought possible. I am doing so well. I have an internet career that I'm working hard on. I have healed myself and worked on myself.
Okay, Jessica, just make sure you don't take out the trash because that is a red job. Blue job, you know, blue job, not a pink job. Just don't touch the trash.
Ways I never thought possible. I have finally moved past what you put me through. The joy in my current stage of life is immense, and I will never want to share that with someone who used me, pretended to like me, to keep using me, to then turn around and do the horrific psychological abuse you did to me when you tried to in front of me and blank. Someone who used me, pretended to like me, to keep using me, to then turn around and do the horrific psychological abuse you did to me when you tried to
I think she means self-murk.
In front of me and blank. Making it clear that we are the motives. So you ended up keeping me as a friend far longer than you ever deserved and got the chance to date and wreak havoc on everyone around you like the drug-infested tornado you were. And then I put in parentheses,
drug-infested tornado. Drug-infested tornado.
Got the chance to date and wreak havoc on everyone around you like the drug-infested tornado you were. And then I put in parentheses, I don't know. I don't care.
What the fuck? Yeah.
I know what it's like to be truly loved by someone now. We had been together for 8 years. We weren't perfect, but I was actually loved. He actually treated me like he was attracted to me. He didn't just treat me as a means to an end, a car to be driven in, a source to buy cigarettes or pay for meals. He treated me like I hung the moon, like I was beautiful. He treated me like I deserved for the majority of our relationship. But you chewed me up and spit.
In Today Time, she refers to him as she found out he was a fifi and it was a schmusive relationship.
Me out like a 25-cent gumball and discarded me like any emotional vampiric narcissist would its supply. You used me to cheat on blank.
No, you made the conscious decision to have a relationship with him because you were mad at her. You used me to cheat on blank. You were just as involved, madam. Right, Sal?
With multiple of her other.
What do you used me, ma'am? You wanted to sleep with him because you wanted to get back at her.
Friends, you've been in and out of jail.
Girl, and all these things.
At your now grown age and think you have the right to refer to me as a friend after you were so fucking abusive to me, ripped my heart, my teenage soul to shreds, and then
I don't know. She's just dramatic. This is 10 years after the fact. This is a decade later. Or excuse me, she said this is like 2 weeks ago. This is 14 years later.
To refer to me as a friend after you were so fucking abusive to me, ripped my heart, my teenage soul.
Is this video still up? Yes, Funkle. Yeah. It is. My first boyfriend left me for my best friend. Unhinged story time.
To shreds and then blackmail and extort me for
my teenage soul to shreds.
Money. The last time we spoke, you asked for money for a cell phone bill. You exploded at me when I had the nerve to be offended. You weren't to be offended you asked for money when we weren't friends and you blackmailed me. You've always been a professional gaslighter. Blank, I nothing you. I don't wish you ill. I don't wish you well. I wish you nothing. You don't get access to me. You don't get the benefits of my love, my friendship, my care, attention ever again.
My teenage soul to shreds. I know, she wrote this at 32.
You have time.
I don't know. I'd be embarrassed. I don't know. 2 months. That's like a blip in the timeline of life for her. She's a whole ass 32-year-old at this point, but she doesn't have enough lived stories. She hasn't done anything that is notable enough for her to like brain dump. I feel like once you make more memories, you just kind of forget things. For some people, I won't speak for everybody, but you go through life doing these different things where it makes these small details not matter. Like, yeah, it might have sucked at the time, but it's not going to live in your brain of your teenage soul to shreds.
Time and again chosen the wrong things over and over and over with no fucking regard to how it impacts the world around you. You disgust me.
Okay.
I blocked him, and then I took those screenshots and I sent a message to this girl.
I forgot I'd been to the Vatican for like a decade.
I explained to her.
This is what happens when you sit in your house your entire life.
I'm not going to read about her.
My trauma makes me forget stuff, actually, but that's low-key a skill because I don't remember a minutia like this. Did I say it right? That feels right.
Phrase that I explained to her that I sent these messages, that I do not understand why she's in communication with him. I'm baffled. I did say I lost the last shreds of respect I got for you when you left him.
So you still respected her while you were fucking him and asking him to be in a relationship with you. Okay, cool. Interesting level of respect.
And that I hope you figure it out. And I tried really hard to not be mean. I don't think I was mean. She might receive it as being mean. But I did state that you have a child. What are you doing?
Did you ever tell her that you fucked her boyfriend? I'm just wondering.
What are you doing? Even if you think you don't deserve better, your child does. I've blocked them both. I don't know if either of them will try to contact me. I only blocked this girl on Facebook. I know she follows me on Instagram. I don't really care.
You'll have to keep in mind that her and Rimjob, well, they were saying I love you within 2 weeks, Tabby. Within 7 minutes of him messaging her, she had made the decision she needed him in her life. Even though he was in a relationship, within a week of talking to him, she wanted to be with him romantically, even though he was in a relationship. Sal, thank you so much for becoming a member. Please enjoy your blowies.
If she tries to reach out to me, I'll probably just block her there too. But I know she watches my stories very. I know she watches my.
Y'all, she keeps an eye on her Instagram stories. So unfortunately for me, that means she might know I exist, unfortunately. But it's like within minutes of people watching them, she'll message them.
Stories fairly regularly. I have no idea if she keeps up with my YouTube, but yeah. I don't know. I think when it comes to trauma, it's just so interesting to realize and see just how much patterns repeat when you are stuck in unhealed spaces. And I know that without a shadow of a doubt, I would.
She blocked Libby?
Never let myself be in a situation anything near like that ever again.
Jeff.
I was met when you are stuck in unhealed spaces. And I know that without a shadow of a doubt, I would never let myself be in a situation anything near like that ever again.
She had slept with Jeff's sister and her partner and then ended up in the hospital because she didn't realize she had a UTI. She's never had a panel done or a well woman's exam. Decided to sleep with Jeff. Within 2 weeks of speaking to him, found out of breaking and entering, 4 felony charges that he was under probation for, multiple restraining orders, and alleged SA.
I was messy too. You know, I was young and naive. I didn't know shit about fuck. And
you were 33 when the Jeff situation happened.
And I didn't know my ass from my elbow. And
well, they do look similar, to be fair.
I certainly wasn't perfect, but I sure as shit didn't deserve what happened. That much I know.
For your boyfriend who broke up with you to have moved on?
And I think the reason a lot of these memories have come up so clearly for me is
while the internet knows she's never had a panel done, that is an interesting thing. Well, she at least hasn't had one. She was examined for certain things when she was younger, but No.
Is because I was kind of re-triggered by being contacted. I thought I would never hear from this person again. And it's like, it's just, I'm doing well. I know my name's out there on the internet. I don't know. Obviously he didn't mention himself. So like, I don't know if he's been watching my videos. I don't know like if what he knows about my internet presence or anything, you know what I mean? But it's like, he's such an opportunistic person that like, could very well see that he could just see like
What are you? Hold on really quick. First, sorry, I just read the first message. The situation itself isn't funny, but that line's going to give me the giggles, and I'm so sorry. For some women, paradise was a place of acceptance, friendship, and belonging. For others, it became something far more complicated. Big Girls Wanted, Escaping Paradise, explores the conflicting experiences behind a viral community that promised a safe space for plus size. Watch Big Girls Wanted, Escaping Paradise, June 10th on ID, and stream on HBO Max. They don't tell you the price you pay. That wasn't a text message. That was a vocal. Words with her mouth. People love to compare me to Hugh Hefner of plus-size women. I'm just a normal guy. Paradise was being advertised as a safe space, but it never was. He's selling a fantasy. He gave me somewhere to call home. Cool. Well, Roz is in the text messages.
The momentum of success that I'm trying to gain.
She really has muddied, dirtied. She's watered down. There we go. She's really watered down a lot of the experiences by not giving them a space to speak without her involving herself.
For myself and wanting to leech off of that because it's just who he is. That's who he's always been.
Please let chat know that I checked in with Emma and that she still likes us. Just life be lifing. I'm glad she's doing well.
And I didn't see it for a long time. That was a lot to relive. And what's so crazy is there's so many other like side arcs.
There was enough side. He looked like my old Boston Terrier. There was enough side stories in that you didn't have to. It's fine.
Stories. But I did keep this under an hour.
Lady.
I'm actually kind of impressed. It was around the breakup time when Rocky kind of developed into my emotional support cat. I've been thinking about getting a cat once I've worked for a certain amount of time, if I'm able to maintain my income. And I want to buy like a litter robot and a couple other things first.
Has anyone seen Spicy Mel's lately? I don't think I have, Jennifer.
Before I start looking for a cat, just so I can have it all here. Because, you know, I just want to make sure that I have everything that I'll need when the cat arrives. But I want to rescue like an older cat because I miss having that connection with an animal, you know?
Now she wants an axolotl. You had a Boston Terrier?
I think back to that girl. How broken she was, how sad she was. I remember I would talk about it like for a long time, like when I went through that breakup, like I felt my entire...
Why did she used to be mind pop in my head?
Heart shatter in a way I had never experienced before. It was my first heartbreak. And of course, my first heartbreak was that level of traumatizing.
2 months.
Why wouldn't it be? Yeah. And that's the thing. That was the theme of my life. It is no longer. I've come a long way.
I had a silky terrier when I was a little kid. Listen, his name was Boomer, but we called him Obi. He had broken his leg when he was a puppy. He got hit by a car. And so he had a little limp and it was kind of a useless leg. So it just swung around. He was allergic to grass. He ate rocks. He swallowed tennis balls. He was allergic to fleas. Bless his little heart. He was just a dodo of a dog and I loved him.
In realizing what I'm willing to accept, what I deserve. And I had to completely shatter into a million pieces and build it piece by piece by piece back up into a much stronger, better
I miss Lord Baroque and their random facts. I hope they're doing well.
Foundation.
How broken was she? Well, she had to rebuild her soul by each little shatter.
And I'm so glad that I did because, you know, that happened and
He tore her teen soul apart.
Single for 2.5 years after that. I moved on probably a few months after the whole me and him hooking up again thing.
From a million pieces, no less, yeah.
And like me and my first ex. After that happened, I think I might have already met my most recent ex. But I was like I remember I was in talking phases because at that point was when I was doing like the amateur Reddit stuff.
What the fuck is amateur Reddit stuff mean? Baroque is doing good from what I gather. Good. What does amateur Reddit stuff mean? Is that like dirty pictures on Reddit? What does that mean?
And so I was like talking to different people, and I was just in a different phase of life.
Amateur Reddit, not professional Reddit, I suppose.
And it was just weird. It was a weird time, and when I had
It's corn.
I fully let go of that, and I got to like a place where I was like, I am just super content with being single. Like
Has she ever done pro corn, to be fair? Or has it all been amateur?
I don't
I mean, either's fine, but
feel like I'm missing out on
I don't know if she's ever been a pro.
anything. Like, it's gonna come when it's meant to. And then a couple months I was like seriously involved with the guy I ended up dating for 8 years. I've never been a relationship hopper, and I'm really thankful for that. I've never been the person who has felt like I've had to be in a relationship to feel validation. I will say that like the first couple, like the first 1 to 2 years of
That's true, Freya. She did.
Like after he and I had the breakup and all the stuff that transpired, like it really wore me down into like a shell of myself. And
the dramatics of it all, Roz. You were 19 in a 2-month relationship. It made you a shell of who you were. It's a 2-month relationship, Roz. Tell me you haven't lived life, that you haven't done shit. I get it. It hurt your feelings, but you had to rebuild your soul.
So this was only a few years out from, well, when we got together, I was only a year out from leaving Mormonism, you know, like I was still processing that religious trauma. Like it was just like.
Not a relationship hopper, but well, fuck siblings. That's fair. Sibling hopper.
Stack on stack on stack on stack, you know? And
dick on dick on dick. 10.
I think back on that girl and I just want to give her a hug. And you know, as much as things went the way that things went the way that they did with my most recent ex, I got to have that healing of experience of knowing what being loved is like, to being like authentically loved. It sucks how things ended. It sucks that there was a time where I questioned if that was ever real or not because of how things transpired. But when I think back to like earlier on in the relationship, and even when like we first were living together and
God, your stories
stuff.
But now we're talking about the other ex.
I got to know what it was like to have someone
with Kirby or Jeff. Jeff
hold me in such a high regard, and
with Rim Job, we're holding out hope for Yami. Which man is this? This is the 8-year relationship. Well, clearly nobody else wanted to give. Oh my gosh, good luck, Kyle.
Love me as much as I loved them, or even almost as much, you know, like realizing that I had fallen in love with someone who felt nothing for me was hard.
It happens. Yeah, no, it happens. There are people out there that you might fall in love with that aren't great. It's fine. It sucks for a minute, then you move on.
It was so hard to accept that. But I know damn fucking well that experience made me realize that'll never happen again.
Is the 10 men in one night actually real? I mean, there's no way of us actually verifying it unless all 10 individuals spoke, but Roz says it. Those are her words. Kirby ran for the hills. She did. Remember, she's the only girl that has had her heart broken in the history of humanity. Yeah, that's a feminine trait. Men don't have their heart broken. I'm betting Rim Job would say something like that.
I would never let that happen again. So I had a role in that. I was broken and traumatized, and I accepted at the time what I felt I deserved. I didn't know that. I thought I had such a great boyfriend and all these things, but
Are we talking about which boyfriend are we talking about now? The first boyfriend or the second boyfriend?
Boyfriend doesn't barter affection, you know? And he did. That was really gross. So
I thought that was just a meme. No. She told us.
Let me wrap up this video by saying this. I would say know your worth. I met him when I had no sense of self-worth.
You have no sense of self. In sentence. Right there. You have no sense of self. You absorb the personalities around you, what you watch on TikTok, what you read on Facebook. You are kind of a giant shell because you don't know who you are.
No sense of self-love. I found that after all of that.
Have fun, Rabbit.
I had no sense of self, really.
Oh, look at that. Go me.
I just knew that there was someone who wanted to be my boyfriend that I actually liked, that I thought I loved. What I experienced wasn't love. I cared for him deeply. I really wanted to be with him. I had strong emotions, but what we had wasn't love. It was
She is a chameleon.
never love. And it took me a really long time to accept that, and I'm glad I did. I deserved so much better. And I do deserve even beyond far better than that, you know?
I think you deserve to work on yourself, and I think you should not be in a relationship until you actually address your root of your problems.
So I'll never settle for less. I'm not worried about how long I'm going to be single. I'm not worried about that in the slightest. Because I will be single when I meet the person who's right for me. I won't accept
Stefan is on TikTok with MFW.
anything less than that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
I will.
Wonderful.
I gotta get groceries.
Wherever you are. Stay true.
Yes, stay true. Let's double check Instagram. Oh my God, her Instagram stories are still playing. If not, we're done for the day, guys. We did it. We did it. Y'all, I don't see anything. I think we're safe. Let me check her poetry page. I have to make sure. Let's look. Quirky loves poetry. Nope, the last one is still I am an island. You hate that, stay true, but you have to stay true. What a mess. Y'all, the lore is ever going. Roz becoming a better person is a hamster wheel. She always is working on herself, but never getting anywhere. Sky just watched Paola on TikTok watching Sam at every size. She shared a lot of stuff. Ooh, I'll have to take a look at that. I got to see who else reacted to this nasty food. Oh, the soup. This is like the letter I wanted to write to my oh my gosh, fart. Oh, like on the way out. Yes, yes. But I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Wash your hair, brush your teeth, pee after sex, talk to your healthcare providers before starting or ending a medication. Get your bits checked, get your bobs checked, and I will see you guys soon.
Feels like